Good. 1, 2. Fantastic. We're live. Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Right, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict. This is the show where we discuss all things UFOs and aliens to the paranormal, in our pursuit into the mysteries of the unexplained. Welcome on in. Happy 2026, everyone. Yes, we're finally here. Wasn't 2025 will go down in history as one of the most batshit crazy years in God knows how long, as far as I know. I was trying not to swear in the first 10 minutes. Well, that's out the window already. But yeah, isn't it? Kind of looking back, and I kind of harken back a little bit, but I didn't dwell too much because it was not good for the mental health, isn't it? I think you kind of saw the worst of people. You kind of saw that during back at COVID. It's like, oh, you're kind of like that sort of person. And then 2025 just accelerated that. So yeah, in terms of like mankind in general is a bit like, ugh, you know, but nevertheless, we're 2026 and I'm sure things will smooth out in time. But nevertheless, we are capping off today on this 2nd of January 2026 for part 10 of German UFOs. Yes, we're doing it. Yeah, so I've been bombarding you with German flying saucers. It's just I've had such a busy day today. I was like, I was going to use this for the videos I've been uploading. In fact, we could talk about that now. So trying to think for 2026, what can I do different for Alien Addict? And it's something I've been thinking for a while for me to do. And that's to upload videos. Yes. Before I talk about that, I only go through chat because I forget about chat. Hey, Sophia, nice to see you. Yes, I think you meant to say breast of 2026, best of 2026, I think. But yeah, and you too, Sophia. It's nice to see you in doing a live stream the other day, reporting your plan. It gives me inspiration to actually report my bird of paradise. In fact, what I'll do, I'll send you a photograph on an email because it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like 16 foot tall. It's actually bending over the ceiling. It's like the leaves are huge. They're absolutely massive. But it's an impressive plant. A structural plant is quite nice. It's quite tropical, I have to admit. But it's really nice to see you. And I had a bit of spare time and I thought I'd pop in. And your chat's amazing as well. I really, really enjoyed the company. It's nice. It's nice chilled. In fact, that was pretty much like my New Year's. Just had like a couple of friends come round drinking. I could have fallen asleep by about 10:30. I'm like an old man now. But yeah, it came to 12 o'clock, stayed out for a little bit. We watched Frankenstein again, the Netflix one. Actually, pretty good, I have to admit, watching it for the second time. And they thought it was good, our friends that came over. But yeah, nice and chilled, man. That's what I liked. It was awesome. But yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Sophia. Nice to see you. And John Strokes, brother, thank you so much. Welcome on in. Clubhouse Cats. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Spirited Kenny. How's it going, brother? How's it going? And Azuri boy. Yes, I remember this time. Yeah, man. Happy New Year to you as well. And Green Tea. Nice to see you. And yeah, Happy New Year to you as well. I was going to chat. Hey, Paul Robinson and Pagani Productions. And I think that's it. Oh, and Nathan from the Quantum Show. Nice to see you, man. Oh, you made in time. Yes, made in time, brother. So, yeah, Happy New Year to all. So, kind of think for a new step. Oh, and David Bailey's. Nice to see you, man. And in fact, I've got some Bailey's, a chocolate one, which is absolutely amazing. In fact, I need to finish it off. Isn't it? Dave Bailey. That's it. But it reminds me of Bailey's. Anyway, welcome on in. And Happy New Year to you. Welcome on in. So, yeah, what I'm planning to do for the remainder of the year, well, for the continuation for Alien Addict, is really focus on the old history of ufology. And I can't think of anything better to do than bring out my books, my magazines. I've got such a big inventory that's just sitting there. Why not put it out to the internet? So I'm going to put this in the video format. So continuing on as the magazine review, that will be uploaded as a video, as well as the German flying saucers. I'm going to kind of keep the live streams to more or less up-to-date stuff, really, just to sort of, I can interact with you, you know, because these long presentations, I kind of feel left out. I want to get speaking with you guys. So that's the step forward, at least 2 videos a week, plus the 2 live streams. Yes, it's going to be a busy year for Alien Addict. So I guess in one way, like that whole of last year, I mean, technically, I started at the end of January, but it's come up to a year. But basically, it was a bit like a trial run. It's like learning to drive a car for the first time. And now it's been a year. I've got my foot in what I want to do, the quality of the show. Obviously, you're updating the mic, you know, make things a bit more high production and something a bit more entertaining as well. So that is a step forward. Yeah. And thanks to the kind words for my previous video that I actually uploaded a couple of days ago with, where is it? This here, yeah, the 1959 edition of Flying Saucers from July. And it was a case from 1957 by Radio Officer T. Fogel, who actually shot that photograph here. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Do you know what? He looks like Warwick Davison. That's not him, but Ray Palmer, mate, look like Warwick Davison. Yeah, he took that photograph. Look at that. So, yeah, one of the early style photographs of a flying saucer. Yeah. So I did a whole video on that, just breaking down this couple of page, and you have no idea, right? It was actually me who's supposed to reading through it. Well, I did. I spent a whole day reading through it, and I listened back. I was like, it sounds like shit. It sounds awful. So I ended up using AI, which actually took me like half the time to do. So yeah, that will be for the next coming up edition for Alien Addict. It's looking into these old cases. So we have one uploaded already, but thanks for your kind words. It's much appreciated. So what am I going to do today? Oh, I tell you what, the new year, right? I really want a bacon sandwich. Bacon sandwich. Hey, Rebecca, how's it going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good Christmas, and welcome back. It's awesome to see you. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, New Year's, right? I wanted a bacon sandwich or egg sandwich or something like that, and I had no bread. So I said, right, come down Sainsbury's with me, because I don't know if you can see there, I've got a massive spot. Oh my God, it's like talking about 2026, bloody surprise, flipping massive spot. I was like, babe, I'll drop you down. Could you go in Sainsbury's for me and get some bread and etc.? And she's like, yeah, you big pussy. I'm like, all right, fine, fair enough. No, it makes me conscious. But anyway, nevertheless, the point is to get across, I forgot my phone. And Mrs. was in Sainsbury's for about 20 minutes. And I sat there like twitching, trying to figure out what to do, because what is the first thing you do when you've got 20 minutes to kill? Is that you bring out your phone, isn't it? And it was just so, I can't tell you how weird it was just to sort of, just staring at people who are driving past. I was listening to Def Leppard. I actually had to put the CD on for the first time in God knows how many years. And it was the Def Leppard Hysteria album, which is one of my favorite albums. And I was going, this is odd. This is really fucking weird. Even for me as a standard, it's like, well, it shouldn't really rely on technology as such. And do you know what popped up into on my algorithm for YouTube? It was just like, he's so right. He's absolutely so right. I'm going to show you something. You've probably seen this before, and it's Prince.
So,
okay. So this is Prince, right? Giving advice. I think it's in 1999. And it was like the early days of the internet. When did he say this? Yes, 1999 at the Yahoo Internet Life Award. Well, we're talking about the bloody internet. Listen to this. Everyone's going like, I don't think they understand what is about to be said. Listen to this. 1999. That's a very powerful message there, Prince. And you are spot on, brother. Honestly, that just reminded of me being back in like being in Sainsbury's, like how much I rely on the internet, because that is the first thing I would go on, is the internet. Not playing games, is either like going on X or something like that. And it's very on point for our species, isn't it? To be everyone's addicted to their phone. Not just my generation, not just the middle-aged generation, but it's also the elderly. The amount of elderly I see that's got phones out, using the internet. We're all hooked to it. In fact, when I go to like boot camp, right? When there's like school holidays, the kids are there with the parents and they're all sat, on the settees, all on their phones. But what's interesting to see is they're all on TikTok, but they can't even get through a 5 or 10 second TikTok video without swiping. It's like their attention span is not there. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that the attention span to even like read a book, or the patience to actually read or watch a video throughout its entirety. It's brought up in a very, very young age. I don't see it I don't see a good thing happening in the near future, to be honest with you. One reason why I don't want kids, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But Zuri boy, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping me entertained for the cold winter nights. Oh man, it's a bit nippy, isn't it? But no, honestly, thank you so much for the donation. That is much appreciated. I don't know what to say half the time. Honestly, it's an immense privilege because I don't monetize Alien Addict. That's just personally, I just don't do it, to be honest with you. But yeah, any donations is kindly appreciated, and I really do appreciate it, Zuru boy, and I do the best I can. Something a little bit different, and this is the point with Alien Addict, is that yeah, I do watch other YouTube channels, but what can I do different? What can I bring something new to the table? Obviously, books and publications to bring forward, which is obviously about today. But no, thank you so much, Zori boy. And yeah, it's at least I got your name right this time. But it's much appreciated. And yeah, kind donation there. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm screwing up my words today. And so I had to like chill out a little bit before the show. I get stressed quite easy these days over silly little things. I'm trying to prepare to tomorrow, because me and the missus were actually going out exercising for the first time. I got to make sure I got the clothing right. I've got my boxing gear. My missus got the boxing gear. And I was just like, man, it's just like, why stress out over it? Like, there's no need for it. And sometimes you just got to take a step back. That quote from David Icke, he says, take a deep breath in, take a step back, and look at the situation again. And I think the quote after that was, it's all bollocks, which is true. It's just like, why need, man? Why need? But yeah, we are living in interesting times, I have to admit. It's, yeah. Oh, sending a shout out for our friends Liz and Mark from Crafty Nihilist. Liz is starting her art and rants on her channel called The Crafty Optimist. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that'd be good to give Liz a shout out. I haven't seen it. I was supposed to see Liz last year in Glastonbury, but we had other plans. But yeah, I'm looking to have a little catch up with Liz and Mark. Yeah, it'd be awesome. But right, what am I talking about today? German flying saucers, isn't it? Right, let's do it. So I've done that. I will need your help with something for my VHS tapes, but I'll do that near the end of the show. But what I'm going to be talking about today is George Klein, sort of capping off part 10 for German flying saucers. Or flying discs, as one would say. Right. There we go. Okay. The beautiful moon today. Big full moon. It was beautiful when it was coming up. Awesome. But nevertheless, we are talking about this, George Klein. And this is an article that came out in 1952. So it was the same time period where Giuseppe Belluzzo and Rudolf Schriever came out in March of 2 years prior to this. So what's going to be done today, it's going to be a bit all over the place, so to speak. But what I'm going to do is break down his story, because there's an actual CIA document, a declassified document, which you can find on the internet, which George Klein himself said he was actually a part of the German flying disc program. So we're not talking about Haunebu. We are talking about flying discs. Okay. What shall I do first? Before I bring up documents. I tell you what. One True Saxon's not in chat, but this was going to be for him. I'm going to show you Vladimir Tuzinski. Still trying to bloody find him, but he's going to talk about George Klein just briefly, and hopefully be able to hear this properly. But then we're going to get into the actual documents, and we're going to read through the documents and see what it actually says. And I'll bring my conclusions, obviously my knowledge of German flying saucers, obviously the conspiracy alone, into the equation here. So this is Vladimir Tuzinski. I have done a video on him. I'm going to bring up another one as well, just so a bit of a recap. But he is gone, baby. He is absolutely gone. I showed this on my previous page. Hold on a minute. So this is extremely rare VHS tape on Vladimir Tuzinski, which I'll be uploading to Alien Addict. I just need a VHS player to actually translate into digital. Coming soon. But Vladimir Tuzinski, who I'm showing you now, he's gone. No idea where he's gone. But basically, he's a German researcher, German flying saucer researcher, basically like me, but back in the early 90s. So he did get talked about a little bit. Where am I to? There he is. He does get talked about a little bit. But nevertheless, I shall track him down and have an interview with him at some point. But he talks about George Klein in this presentation right here, which is 7.5 hours long. Yes. Right, where are we to? There we go. Okay. Make sure we're all right on that. Fantastic. Right, take it away, Vlad.
Capability is the fact that a lot of the weight of the craft was negated through the anti-gravity lifting effect. These are photographs of the Foo Fighters attacking
I'll be quiet.
Bomber formations or over the airfield. Bomber formations or over the airfield.
Wait for it. Hold on.
More newspaper articles.
Okay, this is the article here. So this was on the, was that 26th of April 1953? Yeah, 26th of April 1953. This is where this article, which I'm about to show you, which I have showed you before I brought the video up. This is the original one.
Welcome Sonntag, April 53, had his drawing and an interview by an engineer, the survivor of the project.
Hey, John, how's it going, brother?
Saucer flew in front.
And
now,
Carlos.
this is a debunking article because for
sorry, guys. How's it going, Carlos, Skywatcher? Nice to see you. And yeah, hope you're doing well, brother. I don't know if he's dead, brother. Are you saying about Vladimir Tuzinski here? Because honestly, I don't know. Brother, I wouldn't be surprised. Now there's like absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. It's like gone from the face of the earth. Very, very strange. Very strange. Oh, bless you, Paul. Right, let's do it. So he's explaining the article here, which states so basically it's saying the first flying saucer flew in 1945, and I would agree it's a bit of a debunking thing, but nevertheless.
For years, the story has been that, well, the first saucer flew in Prague a week before the...
Hold on, go back a bit.
Had his drawing and an interview by an engineer, the survivor of the project. The first saucer flew in Prague. Now, this is a debunking article because for 40 years, the story has been that, well, the first saucer flew in Prague a week before the Russians entered, and then the Russians captured
Not sure,
it.
probably.
If you want to talk about saucers, go ask the Russians. Don't bother us, because the only saucer was captured by the Russians. This is a cover story, basically a debunking story planted by the intelligence services. These saucers lifted up in the early 40s, not in 45. And also they have airbrushed the engines that were spinning the saucer, so as not to allow you to understand how the hell it flies. Because if you see the engines there mounted against them, you'll see, I mean, they're not pushing engines to push it forward. The only thing they would do is spin the saucer. Well, again, if it's spinning, then maybe you'll figure out on your own that spinning creates anti-gravity, as we did in the previous study. That's why all these engines were airbrushed here. Similar craft with ducted fan craft, like this Toys R Us model, are built by a Los Angeles company.
Okay, so he was just talking about briefly about the article, which I'm about to show you about in a minute. In regards of that, I'll show you what I've got on eBay a bit later if you stick around, Nathan. Don't worry if you don't, mate. This is my digital converter. See that? I need that on a VHS tape, a VHS player. I bought one, but it's a DVD and videotape combo, and it only has sound, no video, mate. And it cost me 70 quid for that. But you are right. Don't get a cheap VHS player. But that cost me 200 quid. So I can, as long as I got a decent VHS player with that, 3 prongs on it, the inputs, I should be good to go, and I can put everything into digital and then upload it to Alien Addicts. But yeah, 250 quid that cost me. But yeah, the VHS players, mate, are extremely expensive. But yeah, that's my problem, mate. You've got to splash out a bit. So probably have to wait until payday. I should stop buying bloody books. But I'd be doing good. I'm doing well, John Scott. And Happy New Year to you, man. Happy New Year. Any old player should do. Okay. Yeah, as long as it's functioning and it's got those prongs. Yeah. Even with some of them are with remotes, and they're even more expensive, over like 80 to 100 pounds, which is a bit stupid. But don't worry, guys. I'm on the track for it because I got so much to copy through. I really do. But let's get into this article again. But I am on the search for a VHS player, absolutely. So this is the article. First flying saucer flew in 1945 in Prague, or something thereof. I think that's it. So they're saying the first flying saucer flew in 1945. Now, to be honest with you, if you go back to the old cases, for instance, I can bring up a book here. Oh, God, you're right at the bottom. Got to be careful because you are falling apart. Yeah, right, okay. This book here, okay, just whatever, just to show you it. Okay, that's actually the swastika. That's actually the Hindu symbol, if we look at it in technical terms. This is one of my oldest books I have on German technology. It's called German Secret Weapons of World War II by Rudolf Lazar. And this came out in 1959. Yes, 1959. This is the reprint of it. And there's an extract in here in page, I think it's 165. Hold on. 2 seconds. Helicopters. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. Sorry for the radio silence. I just want to show you something. Oh, where are you two? I'm pretty sure it was on this page. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there we go. Right. Okay. 166. Here is an extract. Hold on. A bit bigger. From this page in regards of German flying discs. Now, this looks familiar to that. See that? Okay. So this was probably copied and put into this book right here. But it's mentioning that the first flight of the flying discs, which is right here, was in 1941 or 1942. I believe the planning stages was in 1941, but the test flight apparently was in 1942. And obviously there were 3 models built. So we are dealing with the 4 scientists that were involved, which was Rudolf Schriever, Otto Hobbenmoor, Giuseppe Belluzzo, and Dr. Heinrich Richard Mithe, and those guys. But just to show that is one publication back in 1950s in regards of these German flying discs, nothing to do with Hanbury flying saucers, right? So, excuse me. So it's saying that flying in this article right here that the first flying saucer, technically flying disc, flew in Prague in 1945. That's technically wrong, but again, according to Vladimir Stasinski, this might have been an actual debunk, purely because thank you, Nathan, for becoming a member. Yes, members' content will be coming. It's all in a planning stage at the moment, but mate, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. It's everyone's so kind in 2026. It's nice to see, man. Get donations and memberships, but brother, thank you so much, man. So yeah, in terms of the actual structure of this craft, there's no propulsion systems. It's very, very basic. I'll tell you what, could I actually put that through Grok? I know I'm cheating, and I know I've got my thoughts about AI, but it has helped me a lot. I'm going to do that now, off the whim. Let's put that in there. What is this saying in English, please? Okay, so I've just put that through ChatGPT. If it's going to come up with anything. Oh, actually did. Okay. But thank you so much, Nathan, brother. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I mean, everyone's just... It's why I keep doing Alien Addict, man, because it's a community. It really is. It's got such an awesome community. Right. Do that. Do that. Let's bring it up into Grok. Because this is all in German, this original... That article right there. Just make sure it's all right. I'm going to put it a bit bigger for you guys so you can see. Apologies for my reading skills. So yes, first, I was actually wrong. Okay, so here it is here. First flying disc flew in 1945 in Prague. Fantastic. Okay, so the interview of our scientific collaborator, Dr. Warner Keller, with Chief Engineer George Klein. Okay, George without the E at the end. Okay, fair enough. And this was taken on April the 20... Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, April the 25th. This article actually came out. So reports of Canadian prove... Oh, hold on a minute. Is this right? Okay, so it's saying here... Highly... Because sometimes it doesn't actually... makes sense, and I noticed that with some German translations, especially the Austrian one that I used. Well, it seems to be all right. Okay. Okay, so it says German experts who were involved in the first start of the manned flying disc. It is the former chief engineer, George Klein, former deputy minister of armaments, Speer. I guess that's armaments factory, I'm guessing. So the question, did you review through now publication bloody hell, I knew she went 420 before the show, through the now published construction of a flying saucer interceptors received new nourishment. Okay, good choice of word. A development started in England already in 1941. All right. Okay, that's new to me. Chief Engineer Klein. For the expert, there is a certain nothing fantastic about the kind of development. The construction in these areas were already far advanced towards the end of the last war, At least in Germany, such a disc were already in the air. Okay, right. Such a disc was already in the air on February the 14th, 1945 in Prague, in front of the eyes of the Ministry of Armament Speer. The first saucer reached in the test flight height of more than 12,400 meters in 3 minutes and a horizontal speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour. Okay. So the article is a bit misleading in terms of the actual title of itself, but it says, yes, such discs were already in the air of February of 1945. Right, gotcha. So that's a bit of a clarification on that one. Heights, such speeds and heights can only be achieved with rockets or jet propulsion. The rise can also close to the vertical. At this flight, the double disc shaped body was used for the first time. The inner disc, the wings particularly lay fixed, but the disc type could reach up to 4,000 kilometers or more. Okay, interesting. Such speeds can only be achieved with rockets or jet propulsion. Yeah, the thing is with Grok at the end, it gives you a broader perspective. Okay, but it would more or less give you it in the debunk side. So, and sometimes it could be quite snarky. It's like quite sarcastic, I guess. So, yeah. Okay, right. So, yeah, that's that article. So it's basically saying that discs had already been flown in obviously February the 14th, 1945. And obviously by then we would have had 3 models. The Model 1, 2, and obviously the third model, which is the V7 flying discus-shaped craft. Okay, well, fair enough. In terms of articles, not too bad. I didn't read that too bad. It's terrible. Oh. So I'm just going to go for chat one more time. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. Hey, what's your Saxon? How's it going? Oh, you just missed Vlad, brother. I just played a bit of Vladimir Tazinski not long ago, but I hope you're doing well, man. And happy 420 and happy New Year to ya. You, I should say. But yeah, and say my praises to Bobby as well. Say my praises to Bobby. I will do, mate. Yes, don't worry. I will do. I'll check everything out. Are you going, Sophia? Am I reading that wrong? Oh, no. Oh, are you so sweet? Oh, that's so kind. It's that's what I love about the community, man. Honestly, I'm not joking. I nearly quit Alien Addict in December. I'm not joking. But I was swiftly persuaded by one member to keep going, and it is to do with the community. What am I doing next? Oh, that was it. I'm just on the bloody thing. Let's bring up the documents. I'm trying to think where they were then. I'll talk about that near the end because YouTube has not been kind to Alien Addict since October. Right, let's do that. Right, this here. Hey, John P. Adventures. How's it going, brother? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I've got your interview saved, mate. I'm going to be listening to it tomorrow. I've got a bit of free time tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you do well, brother. And Happy New Year to you, my friend. And happy 420. What's that? You're not 420 in, but because I'm in my girls and she hates to smoke. Oh, man, you could just do what I do. Smoke out the window. Just blow the weed smoke out the window. It kind of goes everywhere, doesn't it? No, fair enough, man. You got to do what you got to do, brother. Just I don't know what's Jessica. Eating it's not the same. You got to wait a couple of hours for it, but I think you got to extract it properly. Because one time I made a weed cake. This was years ago, and I didn't do it right because you need to like cook the weed to make the oils come out. and I wasted like £60 worth of like ganj. This is when I was a teenager, so it was like 20 years ago. So don't come at me, CIA people. But yeah, I don't know what to suggest, man. Oh, just pop out, have a cheeky one. Just have a bit of a puff, mate. You'll be all right. Hope it goes well, mate. Hope it goes well. Right, documentation. Let's do this. This is from the CIA.gov website itself. Yes, indeedy. Let's bring it up a bit bigger so you can see, and I can read a bit more clearer. I think I might need glasses. I think I might do. Or just don't smoke too much. You've tried to hate it. Oh, mate, I don't know what to suggest. Because it's from the mouth, isn't it? You can wash your hands, but mate, my praise are for you, brother. That's horrible. I'll be like, I'm going out for a smoke, brother. I don't care if I smell of like ganges or. Oh man, I feel sorry for you. But anyway, I shall distract you from my crappy reading skills, brother. Don't worry. More entertainment stuff is about to come. So this is the declassified, I should say, CIA document that came out in 1952. And this is all about George Klein. Yeah, let's do this one first. Okie dokie. So it's saying here, date published of 11th of March to the 20th of May, 1953. So this was the height of the German flying discs being promoted around the time, because at that main time, you know, we've seen flying saucers in the air, but they were, whether or not that was something to do with German technology, or was it something to do with extraterrestrials? And I think the two started to get blended together because, like I said, the pop culture back in the 1950s, you know, had all these TV programs with aliens, but these aliens look like robots. So, like the flying saucers look a bit like the Georg flying saucers. So there was a bit of a mixed bag, but nevertheless, you actually do have documentations to back up the involvement of disc productions in Germany. So a German engineer states Soviets have German flying saucer experts and plans. All right. So I'll just read this better. Okay, this bit here. So flying saucers have been known to be an actual flying saucers have been known to be an actuality since the possibility of their construction was proven in the plans drawn up by German engineers towards the end of World War II. Okay, near the end of World War II, but again, 1942, when you get technical on that one. George Klein, without the E, a German engineer, stated recently that though many people believe the flying saucers to be a post-war development, they were actually in the planning stage in German aircraft factories as early as 1941. All right, okay, so he goes up to 1941. So yes, planning stages in 1941, but technically in 1942 where they started test flying these aircraft. Klein said that he was an engineer in the Ministry of Speer, probably refers to Albert Speer. Right, gotcha. Someone put that in chat. Might have been you, John, I think, who in 1942 was the Ministry of Armaments and Ammunitions for the Third Reich, and was present in Prague on the 14th of February 1945 at the first experimental flight of a flying saucer. Probably talking about V7 on that craft, but anyway. During the experiment, Klein reported the flying saucer reached an altitude of 12,400 meters within 3 minutes and the speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour. Klein emphasized, I said that word wrong, that in accordance to the German plans, the speed of these saucers could reach 400 kilometers per hour. One difficulty actually. Oh, hold on a minute. Where are we going to here? According to the plan, the speed reached 400. In one actual, Yeah, one difficulty, according to Klein, was the problem of obtaining the materials to be used for the construction of the saucer. But even this had been solved by the German engineers towards the end of 1945. The construction of the object was scheduled to begin, Klein added. Klein went on to state that there were experimental models that have been relied REI'd for tests by the end of 1944. Don't know what that is. Sick. No, I have no idea what that is. Built according to two completely different principles of aerodynamics. Yes, got that word right. The type actually had the shape of a disc within the interior cabin and was built by the MITE, unidentified translation from the Greek factories, okay, which had also built the V2 rockets. This model was 42 meters in diameter. The other model had the shape of a ring with a rise side and the severely shaped pilot cabin placed. Oh no, I'm getting nervous now. Cabin placed on the outside in the center of the ring. The model was built at the Haunebu was built at the that will be Otto Hobbermall and Rudolf Schriever factories, identified both names transliterate from the Greek. Fuck me, it's terrible. I don't like under pressure when I'm reading. I got to do my breathing exercises. I suppose I hold it in for like 8 seconds and breathe it out for 4. That was like 2 seconds. Anyway, never mind. During the last few days of the war, even every hope of German factory had been abandoned. The engineers in the group station in Prague carried out the order to destroy completely all their plans on their model before the Soviet forces arrived. The engineers at the MITE factory in Breslau, MITE factory, gotcha, however, were not warned in the significant time of the Soviets' approach, and the Soviets therefore succeeded in seizing their materials, plans, as well as specialized personnel were immediately sent directly to the Soviet Union under heavy guard. Coincidental with the departure of the Berlin of the creator of the is it Skoda? That's Stuka. Okay. Oh, that's the dive bomber, right? Okay, the Ju-87 dive bomber, who later developed the MiG-13 and 15 for the Soviet Union. Right, so they're talking about taking in personnel to the Soviet Union, pretty much what the Americans did. According to the report, nothing is known of the whereabouts of Haunebu. I said Haunebu. Otto Hobbermall, since his disappearance in Prague. Schriever died recently in Berman, and MITE, who escaped in the Messerschmitt 163 into the US. Klein was of the opinion that saucers are at present being constructed in accordance with German technical principles and expresses the belief that they will constitute serious competition to jet-propelled airplanes. Oh my God, Nick. All right, last bit, sod it. Klein further stated that it was very possible that the construct flying saucer for civilian air travel, that they could carry 30 to 40 passengers at the speed of 4,000 kilometers per hour. He added, however, the tremendous amount of materials necessary for their construction did not warrant their being built exclusively for civilian air travel. His opinion was shared. He stated that Giuseppe Belluzzo, the Italian specialist who Klein have been corresponding with for some time. That's interesting. Yeah, so Giuseppe Belluzzo, obviously, he came out 2 years before that. Hey, it's Yoshi Pop Pop. How's it going? Nice to see you. And Ray Clay too. How's it going? And Eversaw. There we go. I remember Eversaw. How's it going, people? And happy New Year to you. And yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday. So that is my extremely bad reading, but you get the gist of it. So the construction of flying discs was, and obviously in 1945, we'll get to that in a minute. But they're saying that in development stages in 1941, that is backed up by Klein's accounts. What's interesting that the fact he mentioned, where is it? Where to? So it's saying here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, Giuseppe Belluzzo, who came out in the 25th of March, 1950, in an Italian newspaper called Giallo d'Italia, when he said he designed a disc for the flying disc for the Germans in 1942. And then you had Rudolf Schriever that came out after that, 5 days after Giuseppe Belluzzo claims, and he stated that he does actually designed and built the flying disc itself. So we're dealing with flying discs here, which sounds more plausible of what the Germans would actually built back in the day. For me, it just sounds plausible, really. And it always pinpoints to Prague, which I know Joseph Andreas Epp brought up as well. But again, these stories of Rudolf Schriever and Giuseppe Belluzzo was already out there. So maybe George Klein made up the story, but why would he come forward? You know, he went into a bit of detail in terms of the characteristics of the craft itself. But I think it's actually worth going through. I'll go through one document. I'm going to show you what I think he flew in the end of 1945. And I think it was the V7. I'm going to bring that up. But nevertheless, there is one more document I want to bring out. I think it's that one there. We've done that one. Let's try that. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, fantastic. Okie dokie. Right, let's bring this up a bit bigger. Hey, Mark G, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. What's up, peeps? Open a daycare in Minnesota. Been busy. Oh, mate, it's all good. Well, I hope it's all going well for you, man. I was going to say Happy New Year to you. And yeah, hope you're doing a good one. Looks like you've been pretty busy, but yeah. But yeah, it looks like you had a lot of stuff going on your hands, mate. But yeah, I'm glad you can make it into Alien Alex. It's nice to see you, brother. It's really nice to see you. So let's get in. Watch out for breaks. Nice. Let's bring this a bit bigger. Can I blow it up? Yes. Fantastic. Right. I need a swig of my tea. 2 seconds. Yeah, I thought I just got that, mate. I'm a bit slow to the game. You're probably going to gather that, but yeah. yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just like, oh, I get it. Oh, dear, terrible. Right, let's have a little look at this document. Let's have a little look. So this also came out in December of the same year. 1943. It says that Jan 1954 as well. 1953. Oh, there it is there. Okay, so discussion of flying saucers. Where is you, Mr. Klein? I think you only got a small extract somewhere. A. Okay, it might just be that bit then. Okay. All right, fair enough. So I had a bit of a brain fart moment. Hold on. Yeah, so this extract right here. Okay, so describes saucer experiments. Cape Town, Okay. So, June, 9th of January of 1954. And it states here, a German newspaper, not further identified, recently published an interview with Georg Klein, famous German engineer and aircraft expert, describing the experimental construction of a flying saucer carried out by him from 1941 to 1945. Klein stated that he was present when in 1945 the first piloted flying saucer took off and reached a speed of 1,300 miles per hour within 3 minutes. The experiments resulted in 3 designs. One designed by Dr. Richard Mithe, was a disc-shaped aircraft 135 feet in diameter, which did not rotate. Another design by Otto Hobbermore and Rudolf Schriever consists of a large rotating ring in the center of which was round. Stationary cabin of the crew. When the Soviets occupied Prague, the Germans destroyed all traces of the flying saucers project there, and nothing more was heard from Hobbermore. This is Otto Hobbermore and his assistants. Schriever recently died in Burma. Okay, this is regurgitate what from the previous article. Yes, Schriever recently died in Burma. Is it Burman or something like that? Where he had been living in Breslau. The Soviets managed to capture one of the saucers built by Mithe, who escaped to France and reportedly is in the US at present. Yes, to work in the Avrocar program. There we go. So we actually have some declassified CIA documents where they knew that the Germans were developing flying discs. Yes, okay. So I'm just going to show what I'm talking about, flying discs. I've got so many photographs. Well, I've got a collection of all my Nazi flying saucer stuff, which I'm going to bring to your faces right now. If I can find it. Yeah. Okay, you do. You do, pig. You do. Right. Okie dokie. Bring this up. Right. Here, your cock and balls, is some sketches of what we've been talking about. Okay. So this kind of refers to the first. Ray, did I say hello to you, brother? I don't think I did. Oh, sorry, man. Happy New Year to you. If you didn't say Happy New Year, I can't bloody remember. Oh, bloody hell. But hope you do well, man. So yeah, here's just some sketches. One of many sketches of these discs that were created in 1942 to 1945. So this we referred to as the Schriever disc. This is like the fixed wing section of the aircraft itself. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Love your thumbnail, by the way. That's awesome. And Happy New Year to you as well. And welcome on in. So yeah, this is obviously the fixed wing section that will consist the rotation around the stationary cockpit right here. And this is what I'm talking about, right? So in 1945, February of 1945, this last prototype of this discus aircraft, all right? So we're skipping the fixed wing that spins around the aircraft to this. This had 12 BMW 028 aggregated engines that were fixed all the way around the craft, and that was its propulsion, all right? This was allegedly tested in that same month of 1945, and I think this is what Georg Klein is actually talking about, the V7, which was more of a flying saucer shaped, isn't it? I'll call that like a discus shaped craft. So on top of the Mithe, so this would be Dr. Heinrich Richard Mithe and Giuseppe Belluzzo, 2 designs underneath here. So no, well, apparently
No, that's a different description of something else. So I have a look here. Beluzzo, Shriver, Muthe, Discus. No Hobbenball in there. So just to be Giuseppe Beluzzo, Rudolf Shriver, and Richard Muthe created all this. So all five scientists got together to create this last prototype, which allegedly flew in February, 14th of February of 1945. And I think this is what George Klein was actually talking about. So that's model 1. This is using the fixed wing section. And again, for the second prototype, but then the third one, they actually used the BMW jet engines as propulsions. So it's saying here, drawing of the Project Saucer craft designed in 1941 by Rudolf Shriver, the Luftwaffe aeronautical engineer, and there's 3 colleagues, Hobbenball, Muthe, and Beluzzo. The first prototype was flown in June of 1942, and large variations of the apparently designed and manufactured at the BMW factory near Prague and Czech Republic. Fucking read. Oh, it's terrible. Oh my god. Oh dear. Well, anyway, we got to continue. Supposed plans of the Haunebu 2 craft. Oh, this is the Haunebu. Oh god, that's not until okay. Here it is. This is the model we're talking about. This is the second model we're talking about here. Jet underneath. This will be the propulsion system to push it forward. The jet underneath that propel the actual spin and motion of the wings. Obviously, the cockpit person, the pilot, would be sat down in this case. Right, okie dokie. Here's some extracts from other books as well. Okay, I think that's it. That's okay, we've talked about him. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much it for George Klein. Have we got any additional information on here? Hold on, let me bring up let's have a look. Yeah, okay. I just don't know if I've got any videos I'm going to show. No, okay. Yeah, just an overall. Sorry if you heard that. Get bunged up. Right, just more additional information on this. I'm going to bring up one more. Let's bring up that. So I'm just getting my bearings straight at this moment. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So again, this is obviously what we're talking about here, the flying discs. So just quickly more information on Klein himself. So these claims did emerge around 1953. It's pretty much on the same par with the public interest on UFOs and the projects like the Canadian Avrocar, which is like the VZ9 Avrocar. And this word gets brought up a lot: vertical landing and takeoff, otherwise known as VTOL. I think that's right, isn't it? Klein's statements fueled Nazi UFO conspiracy theories at that time. Well, it wasn't really called Nazi UFOs. No, actually, it was actually, come to think about it. Suggest advanced secret weaponry that influenced post-war sightings were captured by the Allies and Soviets. Yeah, there was one aspect that why we were seeing flying saucers in the 1950s was to do with the Germans, all right? So, yeah, you could say Klein's statements did gain widespread attention in 1943, and it kind of did triggered the public knowledge of the VZ9 Avrocar. Remember that donut-shaped craft? In fact, I might have it here, actually. Where you see Avrocar? Oh, I'm pretty sure I got it here. Oh, there it is. Look at that. So one of the scientists, Dr. Richard Mithe, apparently skipped to America and was involved with this project, the Avrocar of 1959, which in one aspect you could say, look, they got that inspiration from German technology, because you got your, I mean, I'm saying personally myself, this was put out there to literally say to the people, see, we can build these flying saucers, they don't fly, but this is a very crap design of a flying saucer. It just literally hovered. I think I got that. Do I have a video of it somewhere? No, I don't. But you get the idea of it. But yeah, Richard Mithe apparently was part of this, allegedly. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it literally just hovered just a couple of feet off the ground and bounced around and was hitting its sides and all that. Saying to the people, see, man-made flying saucers, even the German aspect of it didn't really work. But in fact, I showed you last time that the Avrocar looked completely different to this design right here. Again, I think this was just disinformation campaign just to put out there to say, see, these flying saucers, man-made flying saucers don't fly. And it's not us. So, yeah, again, it was immensely fascination of what the Germans were actually building. But it just goes to show that the fact that the Americans and the CIA and even the FBI knew that the Germans were developing some sort of flying discs, and we got documentation to actually back that up. So I thought that was just like one little small part I just wanted to show you today. And the next German part 11 will be uploaded as a video. Okay, so I just want a bit of content to talk about. But immensely fascinating, isn't it, to look back through these documents to say, oh, okay, so the Americans were aware of it. They definitely were aware of these flying disc productions for the Third Reich. So yeah, let's move away from that. Okay, give you a little bit bite-sized pieces of Nazi flying saucers, I should say. Let's have a look. What's next? Oh, I got Art Bell to show you. Okay, I've done that. That's all good. Okay. Sweet. Just going to go for my inventory of videos I'm going to be playing. Okay. So before we get into Art Bell, there's a really good YouTube channel that shows all these old cases. And it's a two-parter. It's only like 7 minutes long. Go for pretty quick. And it's in 1994. Don't think I played this before. Might have done. Let's play the first part of it. So this is the Nellis AFB incident. Oh, I might have played this before. Oh, this sounds familiar. Okay, we play it anyway.
Welcome to Sightings. I'm Tim White. The videotape you're about to see is different. It was shot in late 1994 in the government's own backyard, the super-secret Nellis test range in southern Nevada. Had the tape not been smuggled out, it might well have been classified by authorities.
Hey, WWII folks, nice to see you.
Report appeared
how's it going?
Considerable
Happy New Year.
Professional risk, and therefore their identities have been heavily disguised.
Ooh, I think I might play this.
18.5 degrees elevation. Requires this unknown object. T1 control doesn't know what type of aircraft it is either.
Okay, I think I might have played this a couple of times before, but let's just go through this because this is 1994, which would have been 30. Is it over 30 years ago now? Yeah, it'd be over 30 years ago now. Let's look at this footage and have a look. Well, compare it to now what we're seeing in regards of UFO sightings in the sky in recent years. Turn that down a little bit. It's a bit loud, I think.
Remote-controlled cameras monitor the 7,700 square miles of airspace above the Nellis range. The cameras record fighter jet training, tactical exercises, and in at least one case, this UFO.
I think that's next week's Rebecca, I think.
The video from a tracking location known only as S30 was fed into Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas. Personnel there monitor...
Oh, green tea. I think I know what you're talking about. I think that might have been AI. I have been tricked so hard recently on drone formations that actually turn out to be AI. I'll try and find a video. I'll have a little look. That was in Chinese drone display instead of fireworks. Yeah, I think I might have seen that one. 31 years ago. Bloody hell. God. Isn't it crazy how time flies?
What is supposed to be classified
Give me a time machine. I'll happily go back to 1994.
data about aircraft runs over the 3 million acres of desert that make up the Nellis Range.
Okay, so the idea of flying saucers or UFOs being seen over military bases is nothing new. Drones over military bases is new, but we've actually got proper footage of a very odd object. Look.
An unknown aircraft making its
There we
way
go.
onto the complex, says aerospace journalist Bill Sweetman, is not considered standard operating procedure.
I know when you
don't
think about
you'd
it.
really see many objects wandering in by accident. They're very, very careful to ensure that sort of thing doesn't happen. The potential.
Don't worry,
for
Art's
serious
coming.
accident if
He's
somebody
coming.
is really straying into the range. It's very, very serious.
And yet, something obviously did stray in, and it frightened the camera's remote control operators.
This craft shows up, and it's like they're playing with
Okay, I'll
kids.
check it out. I'll never find it.
It's like do whatever they want and buy now. That's scary.
I've never seen anything like this before. This was my first encounter seeing anything of this nature. And I've been working the ranges for close to 10 years.
It seemed to move in whichever direction it wanted to go whenever it wanted to, contrary to any aircraft that I've seen in the past.
Chuck DeCaro is a former member of U.S. Special Forces, specializing in state-of-the-art military technology.
Oh, I think my cat
He
needs
has
coming in.
analyzed hours of video footage of supposed UFOs, debunking many. But he has never seen anything like the Nellis UFO.
In my first look at that tape, I said, wow. And I continue to say, wow. There are only 3 things that could be on that tape. One is a very elaborate and very expensive hoax. I don't think that's what we're seeing.
Green tea, was that the new year, or was it the ones that actually malfunctioned? The one in China? Was it to do with the new year? Was that a couple of months ago? Oh, sounds too low. I thought it might be. All right, sorry guys. I'll turn it up.
The second is some kind of a black project, a secret project that has some very unusual aerodynamic characteristics. And the third, if you can eliminate all those aerodynamic answers, could be a true unknown. And if that is an unknown, if you can come to that conclusion, you got a pretty interesting piece of history right there.
To rule out the possibility of a hoax, Sightings asked a government subcontractor who uses the same image analysis computer as the Department of Defense to analyze.
Right, computers back in the 90s were a certain technical advancement, all right? I've seen video analysis of Billy Meyer's video and Georg Adamski's video, all saying that is legitimate. Depends on the person, isn't it, at the same time. But again, the 90s, it is 1994, the technology was not quite there. But I'll be interested to see what analysis this guy's saying about this
the
craft.
S-30 tapes.
Because it looks like a flying saucer to a certain degree. Again, we're dealing with pixelation, very typical 90s footage, isn't it? It's very, very... You don't have to zoom into the object itself to see the pixelations. It's just there. It's part of the footage.
He has asked to remain anonymous.
The video appears to be genuine. Specifically, it was taken by contractor personnel that are operating tracking sites for the United States Air Force.
Could the Nellis UFO be a rare glimpse
Okay,
at a
check it out.
military black project? The stealth bomber is one former black project tested in Nevada and early on misidentified by civilians as a UFO. But our sources insist that when black projects are tested, the tracking cameras are deactivated.
Oh, bloody hell.
Operators and the
Oh, I got
tracking
it.
sites are not
I got it, Green Tea. I got the Chinese one. I've just saw a thumbnail of it. It looks bloody impressive. I'll bring it up in a sec.
exposed to those highly classified aircraft on a typical basis.
Chuck DeCaro and the government video engineer compared notes on the possibility that this UFO was a black project.
What's startling about it is that it doesn't resemble any shapes that I would know immediately. And that's why I thought it was interesting to start with.
It almost appears to be like spherical in the center and with a appendage on the bottom and on the top. You don't see any evidence of rotors.
No. And also the startling thing is it seems to change shape.
Another anomalous characteristic of the object is its apparent ability to change shape instantaneously.
The physical profile of
If I was told that, Nathan, I'll be outside all day looking up into the sky. That's a trigger word, isn't it? Don't look up. What are you going to do? I'm going to look up, baby. I'm going to find exactly what you can be flying over.
the object changes.
But this is circular. It looks like, from here, it kind of looks like a flying saucer, isn't it? We look at it.
Almost frame to frame. And sometimes it appears almost to be a fuzzy, gassy cloud. In some portions of the video, it appears to be several spherical objects surrounding a dark mass.
To get a better look at the flight characteristics of the Nellis UFO, sightings consulted Chip Peterson, a video processing expert. He stabilized and enhanced several minutes of the S-30 video.
I basically moved each frame, and you can see the frames actually moving now, showing the degree that I had to move the image in order to keep this object stable in the center.
The stabilized image clearly shows the odd shape of the object shifting and turning in the sky.
I then took the numbers one by one and reconstructed the flight path. And that's the only way I could determine what the actual motion was. And I recreated that in 3 dimensions. It's initially heading away from the camera, and it abruptly changes. And during this phase, the range is increasing. It's actually going away from the camera. And at this point, it changes direction. Wind wouldn't do that. It wouldn't change that abruptly. And it wouldn't follow a constant radius throughout this entire portion here. It's all at constant distance from the camera. It's as if it's observing the ground position just as the ground is observing it, and maintaining this constant distance.
Based on his knowledge as an aerospace...
Nathan, do you live next to a military base? Don't give away your location, brother, if you're a bit secret on that. But, yeah, a friend of mine, in fact, no, I'm not going to say their name. They live next to a place where they got an underground facility. And they've seen some like weird stuff in the sky around the area. I can't say what it is, so I'm not giving away the location. They don't live in this place, but I think it's a place called Box in the UK. There's an alleged underground facility there, and they do have these strange craft, and also a lot of like F-15 aircraft, a lot of military craft flying around in that area.
Engineer Peterson offered one possible explanation for the abrupt turns performed by the UFO.
You could interpret it as if it determined it was on radar at this point. Perhaps
4,000.
If you're on radar, of course, you can sense that in all of our fighter planes. You know when you're being tracked. As soon as you get a lock where you get this radar signal, it would seem to me that this object was interested in who's observing.
Oh, really?
And it turned.
Oh, that's interesting, Nathan. Yeah, wow. So you're pretty much on the doorstep on that one. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Undergrounds all over Texas as well. I know for the fact that Germans got underground facilities there all over Germany. In England alone, yeah, there's speculation. But what's interesting about Box, what I just mentioned about the underground facility there, they got these air vents that come out literally in the middle of the field. Like, it's just like this weird air vent. It's just like, hey, that's a bit weird. And you see them dotted about everywhere. It just goes to show. But I didn't know that, Nathan. Bloody hell.
In order to find out.
When something starts to change shape like that in the air,
I wouldn't be surprised if it's all
become
linked
very
by trains.
puzzled,
Yeah.
because you realize that you're looking at something that appears to involve a whole new technology that we don't understand. What you want to do, of course, is go and find the person who's invented this and say, whatever made you think of that, and what does it do, and how does it do it?
But we will probably never know who created this new technology. Questions about the earthly or otherworldly origins of the Nellis UFO are unanswerable. Until the mastermind behind this craft comes forward, there is only speculation and fear.
Like us viewing an ant farm.
Well, I didn't know that, Nathan. Bloody hell, that's yeah, that's something. Sometimes you've got to be careful what you say. especially around those parts, brother.
And the ants think they're it. That's the scary part.
I wonder what part 2. Could do part 2? There you go. Might as well put it up.
Recently, sightings brought you UFO footage smuggled out of a super-secret military installation in Nevada. But since then, the tape...
What do they look like, Nathan? Did they look like... Because you hear, like, the typical example. Sorry, my hair looks... Well, we're completely 90s, by the way. Because I would like to hit upon the Men in Black phenomena, because some people say that some of these look like alien creatures in terms of, like, bald head, silky skin, weird eyes. In fact, there's actually one footage of 2 of them walking into a place. There was a CCTV of it, and he looked a bit odd. But I'll probably touch upon that probably on Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, I'd just be interested to see what they actually look like. Is it what they claiming to? I mean, what people are claiming to be? You know, these ugly sort of creatures, or they sort of buff sort of looking people. I heard cake, Xmas cake, 429. Oh, don't. Oh, Sophia, me and Mrs. on diet. Well, actually, no, technically, Monday's the diet. Just gives me a chance to eat some more cake. I made a cake, right? New Year's. I made a chocolate cake. The missus made a red velvet cake with icing on it. And I think half of it's still there. And I'm looking at him going, you bastard. You got 2 days left before the icing goes off. I'm like, I have to eat like half a cake. I have to eat it. I can't bin it. Or the Fox will have it. Cake and 420. I'll join you in a sec. My first sighting with them. Really? Anything since, mate? MIB looks at me like pasty white guys, about 6 foot tall, totally black suits. As far as so I didn't see eyes. Really? Okay. What's his name? Bloody hell, what's his name? Dan Aykroyd, isn't it? One of the Ghostbusters had the same sort of experience. I'll tell you what, Tuesday show, I'll bring up Men in Black. I'm going to write this down in my notes. Men in Black. I'll bring that up. But you've actually had sightings with them, man. Bloody hell. Denver Airport, deep underground, fascinating. Yes, it's next to Dulce. Again, that's the sort of Phil Schneider sort of approach there. Yeah, Dulce, New Mexico, which is nowhere near Denver Airport. I don't know. Yeah, I have to. It's once soon as it hits Monday, that's it. It's all about proper diet, which I don't mind. I did that last year, but I've been eating so much shit for the past couple of weeks. Where we to? I tried to go there. Denver Underground secretly came out of nowhere. Oh, okay. Is there any air vents there? Probably give you a dead giveaway that something's going on now. They got to get their bloody oxygen for somewhere, isn't it? But the one in Box, I'll try and bring up, if I can find a photograph, I'll bring it up. But yeah, you just see this like this weird air vents in the middle of the field. It's just weird. I just don't see it. Yes, oh, mate, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, I want to talk about cake. Oh, I'm gonna have to get me a slice. MAB showed up twice, both when I mentioned Area 51 in the 90s. Yeah, there was like a bit. Like I have to admit, Area 51. I'm flipping it. Look at that, like Matt Laszlo. In Area 51 gets brought up a lot in UFO magazines in the 90s. It was pretty much like the X-Files were talking about it. Men in Black brought it up at the Independence Day. It was there in the zeitgeist in ufology. I do recall that quite clearly. But yeah, I'll touch upon that, man. But yeah, God, you had a proper experience. Oh my God. I'm dribbling from the mouth. I don't need my drink. I'm just thinking about cake. Yeah, exactly, right. Yeah. Well, a light-hearted way of the Men in Black, I should say. Oh man, Christmas cake with rum. Oh, I've got to have sugar. I've got to have the brown sugar. Yes, rum and cake always goes down like a treat. Several airports in the US, in St. Louis. What's that? MO. Very unusual. They rerouted the highway and built mountain fences. I should read that bit there and it's a bit bigger. Mountain fences was not visible from public area. Ooh. Yeah, it's a telling sign, isn't it? It's very telling. Sorry, I'm talking about cake. Hold on.
The anomalous craft has been undergoing
It's only like 4
analysis
minutes.
by an image enhancement expert. As sightings correspondent Carla Wold reports, this expert has found similarities between the Nellis craft and many of the UFOs sighted in the long-term flap over Mexico City.
Since 1991, an alarming number of UFOs have been sighted by thousands of people in the skies above Mexico City. Now the strange invasion seems to be spreading north.
I don't use white sugar. I use coconut sugar, which is like they only got 2 processes into it. It's mostly used for cakes and all that, but it's like all natural sugar. That's like the other substitute. But yeah, I avoid artificial sugar the best I can. I mean, protein shake, I don't really bloody help. But yeah, artificial sugars and white sugar. Try not to go for it. It's just heavily processed because with white sugar, sorry, I'm going on about food and sugar. They dye it with something called sulfate oxide, which is extremely bad for the body. That's basically like bleaching material, basically. I think.
You are hearing the voice of the American military, monitoring a UFO as it hovers over a secret desert facility, part of Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas, Nevada. As part of sightings' ongoing investigation.
Bloody hell, Nathan. That's risky, isn't it? Bloody hell. Well, at least you're in Germany at the time.
Into the Nellis craft, the video is being analyzed by a Defense Department subcontractor specializing in image enhancement.
Got lucky there, brother.
He believes the Nellis UFO bears an uncanny resemblance to many of the UFOs observed over Mexico City. Concerned that his startling conclusions could compromise his top-level security clearance.
That's way forward,
his
Rebecca.
Identity is being concealed.
Always tastes better as well.
This is the Nellis Air Force. Right. This is the Nellis Air Force Base range footage.
I like
this
it, Green
piece of
Tea.
video
It's nice.
right here was taken in 1991 during the eclipse in Mexico City.
What specifically did you notice that was similar?
There appears to be 4 little bumps on there, and there's also
Good point.
4 little bumps on this guy. We did do some extensive work on the spine area, this ridge along the top, and along this area.
Me too.
And when we enhance these areas, it reconstructs very similar.
Is it this extreme black, this pitch black
Blame Sophia for all the dribbling.
circle on each of these objects? That sort of was the whistle for you that sounded the alarm, like that there might be some similarity between these 2 objects?
Yes. That area was puzzling to us in the original analysis because it appeared to be so highly absorbent of light. Most objects illuminated in this bright a sky, even surfaces that are way down on the bottom out of the sunlight in deep shadow, still reflect light back to the camera. This object stops reflecting right here on this forward edge, and it falls off very rapidly to pure black down the center. Very, very black, what we call super black.
Do you know any aircraft? Are you familiar with any aircraft that would look like that?
No.
In the sky?
We looked at it in comparison with all known types of military and commercial and private type aircraft, but we were unable to find any wings or anything on the geometry of this.
Each UFO has a black ridge center, an identical profile, and a white diffuse shape shadowing the core.
This is your fault, Sophia.
But these are
Look
not
what you made me do.
characteristics that excite our expert, who's trained to analyze minute detail in satellite photos.
We took some video from a golf ball coming up through the sky and down to the green, produces a similar object to a UFO. It's a small white dot in the sky. We were able to
You're going to sit there for the next minute and watch me eat this cake.
go to those images.
It's your fault, Sophia. Look, you now give me 1,000 calories because you mentioned cake. I need to control my urges, but honestly, this cake's been eyeing me for the past couple of days, so it's my fault.
And with very minimal work, able to bring out the dimples in the golf ball in flight. When we look at these images, we can't get the definition of the geometry that we would expect for objects as close as this one was to a very good camera.
So good.
The objects by nature are fuzzy or undefined or unclear. This one was shot by a very expensive tracking camera on a very stable mount. This one was shot by a handheld consumer video camera.
Oh, Pagani Productions, how you going, man? Oh, sorry, man. I didn't see you. I was in cake because of Sophia. Oh, God, that icing's so sweet. Have a good one. Happy New Year to you. And I'll catch you soon, brother. All right? And have a good weekend. I shall continue eating this cake.
And there's no difference in resolution, and we find that puzzling, that no matter how many of these images you get from whatever source, they all have that ball of cotton syndrome, or that fuzziness to them.
All the best, brother. Take care.
When they were seen only over Mexico City, it was a phenomenon. Now that the activity of seemingly identical UFOs has spread into American airspace, it can only be called a trend. The sightings investigation will continue.
Oh, get in my mouth, buddy. Oh.
The Mexico City mass sightings continue unabated. After more than 4 years of persistent UFO encounters, there is still no consensus on what or who is responsible for these unexplained aircraft. I'll bring you my own report from Mexico City on a future edition of Sightings.
Oh, sightings. You should try this.
Golan Heights man says he saw a UFO.
Oh, some hot women. Hello. Would you like some cake? Oh, mate. That icing goes everywhere. Mm. Oh. Right, stop eating cake, Nick. And don't blame Sophia. I'm blaming you, Sophia. I've had like 5 scoopfuls of like icing. Oh, we're good. Mm. Sweet. Right, cake. Be gone. Be gone, cake. Hmm. Can you hear this slopping of? I'm trying to down the bloody thing. But oh, mate, I've got cake. I've got 2 beautiful women looking at me. Fantastic. Right, so that was the Niles UFO incident over a military base, which we can see now, isn't it? We're just getting drones now, but that, I have to admit, was pretty all right footage for the 1994. I have to admit. Oh my God, I've like sugar rush. What if it improved my reading of it? Right, what's next? Oh, let's play some Art Bell. I want to chill. 420. Remember JC, the guy that was bitching about the Lord and stuff like that? Well, he's back. Yes, I've managed to find a video that's 5 hours long. Don't worry, I'm not going to play 5 hours worth. Yeah, I got the timestamps there. Fantastic. I am well prepared. God, I tell you what. The icing we use for that red velvet, it's the one you scoop out. It's in the pot. You scoop out. And I tell you what, it's so flipping sweet. It's like when I had that American, is it Butterfingers? I think I had. Remember I showed it on the last show? That candy bar, and it left such a sweet taste in my mouth that lingered for about an hour. I'm getting that right now. You know, that overpowering sweet taste. Oh, so nice now. So good. Yes, but no, Sophia, you are right. You just have to do it. I mean, it's my cheat day. Honey and coffee. Ooh, honey and coffee. Huh. I guess so. It's like a substitute, isn't it? But there's a lot of fake honey about. A lot of fake honey. If you want proper honey, you want to spend at least, I'm not joking, about £8 to £9. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of fake shit out there. Is that the right one? I think that's it. Yes. Okay, fantastic. So, Art Bell. Let's bring us a bit of Art Bell. Let's have a laugh. Let's have a laugh. So, if you are gay or homosexual, fortunately, JC don't approve of you because he's highly Christian. But I don't care what breed you are, what color you are. You're always welcome here, as long as you're respectful and you're, not being a dick. Don't bother me whatsoever. But JC is a bit of a ultra Christian, as one would say. Let's see. I think it was, what's the timestamp on that one? I think there.
And every
Oh, might be a bit loud, guys. You tell me whether or not it's too loud or too low. All right.
moment that you see it, you're not going, oh yeah, right? Yeah.
Your program, the laboratory of ideas in your program makes me sick. To insinuate that I would sit there and enjoy it makes me sick. Mr. Bell, I'm telling you, there's more to media pornography than just dirty pictures of naked people. And I'm going to tell you that right now, there's one pornography, and this is an evil pornography which draws millions of men out of church, and that's football. And I'm going to tell you exactly how evil
What is wrong with
football is a homosexual ritual.
Oh, for God's
Let me
sake.
tell you why. Because anytime you've got a man who's putting his hands on the backside of another man like that, and what that is a simulation of the homosexual consummation, and the ball, the football represents the birth. It's mockery of birth. It represents the homosexual self, which is then given to the quarterback, who is usually the best-looking one on the team, and he takes that homosexual self, and he looks out among the field of other men who will receive and take his homosexuality, and he sends it to him, and with the intention of taking it into sacred ground, the sacred space of America and the family and values.
Now, America has taken a more tolerant attitude toward homosexuality, certainly in the last few decades.
Unfortunately, we have queer guys trying to turn straight guys queer.
And you don't join in on that, I take it.
I hate homosexuals. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear. First time caller line, you're on the air with JC.
Hello, is this me?
Yeah, that's only you know that for sure, but it really sounds like you, yes.
Good deal. I appreciate taking my call.
Yeah, where are you?
This is Adam from Decatur, Illinois.
And why in God's name are you calling JC?
Well, I wanted to tell him I really appreciate him coming on the air, and I enjoy a good laugh every once in a while, and I just wanted to ask him.
A good laugh. What are you laughing at the new revelation? You laugh at God? Listen to me, you degenerate. You have no right to laugh at God.
I was laughing at the whole thing, and I wanted to know if you came on the air for an interview or a comedy.
Yeah, has it occurred to you, JC, that some people just think this is funny? They think you're a total put-on. Maybe you are.
No, because they don't want to believe in the truth and the light and the love of the Lord. I'm bringing love. I'm bringing salvation.
Then why do you scream? Then why scream?
Why scream? Because you have to scream in order to get people to listen. Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. And that's another thing I want to talk about is the
Omelets?
food porn.
Food porn.
Glennie, I've touched on that before.
Food porn?
Yes.
What's food porn?
Food porn, the cooking shows where they make food look so delicious and make you want to eat. Gluttony is also a sin, Mr. Bill.
Isn't this a basic human
This is the same thing.
need?
People need to eat, but they don't need to be fatsos. And listen.
Am I still on the air?
Yeah, you're
why
on
don't
the air.
you get him on the air?
Well,
so I can
you're going to get off there, and I appreciate it.
All right, have a good morning, caller. Thank you.
Point about,
again, make a point, any point.
This is where the satanics over the empire has this elaborate plan, and what they are trying to do is pornography and indulgence. It's more than just dirty naked pictures of people doing dirty naked things. It is also food, because listen, people, like they say, I was born gay. That's what they say. I'm gay. I'm born gay, and that's the way I am, so I have to be that way.
You don't believe that?
And I don't. I'll tell you, the only person that was born gay.
I guess this means you're not in favor of gay marriage.
Absolutely not in favor of gay marriage. That is why Canada has declared war on the United States. Recently they are allowing gays to get married in Canada, and that's the evil subversiveness of the Canadian, which is because they can look like you and me.
And that
I can be honest with you, I think it's a bit spicy, isn't it?
constitutes war.
A declaration of war on America and America's family values, because they know that the majority of Americans do not support gay marriage. They do not support homosexuality. They don't want them in their communities. They don't want them in their churches. They don't want them in their schools. They don't want them in the nation.
Well, Moody, you just survived just in time.
You're on the air. Hello.
You just had JC once again bashing the gays. All opinions are not obviously from Alien Addicts. This is JC we're talking about here, but it just goes to show about how crazy people can be, you know. But I hope you do well, Moody. Nice to see you, and Happy New Year to you. And yeah, I got more. Don't worry. Less gay bashing on that one. All right, where is he to? Where are you to, Milgok? Coast to coast, JC combination. I think that's it. There we go.
The fact that
Let's turn it down just slightly. Right, it's saying here 28, 25. Right, Bit more JC. So I saved the best parts, all right? I've just got in 2 hours of this nearly 6 hour, the whole combination of JC's calls to Art Bell, which some of it's quite hilarious. What's that? 28, 25, 28. Let's put it at 21. There we go. Right.
All right, JC, there you go. See, she kind of made a good point there. She said Christ himself never went around doing what you're doing, saying people are going to burn in hell.
Well, I am charged with God's work. Someone's got to clean up this mess.
You think you're above God, don't you?
No, in fact, I'm very close with God.
First time caller line, you're on the air with JC.
Good morning, Art. Good morning, JC. I'm Charlie. I'm calling from Medford, Oregon, and I've heard you call in and give Art a ration of hell a number of times.
It's not hell, that's the fire of the Lord.
Well, number one, I think Art is very level-headed. I enjoy his programs immensely. And I might be one of those new age people you talk about, but I'm 47 years old. I'm from the rock and roll era. Not a doggone thing wrong with me.
Yeah, except he's probably smoking. Well, there's nothing wrong with me. Oh, I listen to rock and roll. There's nothing wrong with me.
Hold it.
That's
the way you get all excited, your voice raises, you start talking at warp 8 where your mind's only doing sublight speed. You're not doing your blood pressure or your heartbeat a doggone bit of good. You need to mellow out, man.
No, you're the one who has the problem.
No, you're
the one who listen to rock and roll.
You are so warped mentally. I don't think there's a psychiatrist in the United States.
I don't know. I'm not warped mentally. I am on the level with the Lord. You might be on the level with the New Age and the rock and roll generation, but you're Dustin. You're nothing but you are like a New Ager.
Wait a minute. What is the matter? Hold it, everybody. Hold it. What is the matter with rock and roll?
Not a damn thing.
No, let me speak. Can I have a word? That's right here.
Elvis Presley, all the power to him in the world.
What you said, there's the power of the world that you're saying is in rock and roll. In fact, in rock and roll music, it pounds the will of the listener into submission, subverting them with horrible lyrics, such as
you are a sick puppy, JC. You need to be taken out behind the barn like a sick animal and be put out of your misery, man.
No, I think
there's a lot of people out there.
Put out of your misery, and you will be put into misery. Is what you're going to have. Because you're going to be burning in hell.
We laugh and get a good laugh out of it. I have an idea of a lot of people out there listening to you right now, and they're just rolling on the floor, holding their guts, and got tears coming out of their eyes. Are laughing so hard.
All right. Let them ask. JC, ask your question.
Are you, sir, you sound like a homosexual. Are you a homosexual?
Oh, JC.
Come on now. Where the hell do you get an idea like that?
Well, I don't know. You can always tell.
I am a happily married man. I love my wife very much. We're both night shift workers and day sleepers. I'm on my night off right now.
Day sleepers. We know what this during the day.
Try to call
That's the devil's undead.
Oh, JC, you ought to apologize for this one.
JC, you're a sick
He's
puppy.
so harsh.
You need to be taken out behind the barn like a sick animal and be put out of your misery.
Should apologize.
A lot of people out there probably appreciate it if you didn't call Art again and give him any kind of hate and discontent at all.
I have no hate. I have love. I am trying to save America from the clutches of the devil.
You're a one-man losing campaign. You are not personally in touch with God. You're not in personally touch with anybody. You're totally out of touch with the reality of the here and now. You're still living in the dinosaur age under a rock like a piece of lichen or a piece of moss. You need to get with it, man, or get out of the program.
All right, well, we'll hold it there. There you have it, JC. I just don't see how you can accuse over the phone. You have no way of knowing. You have no way of knowing what this man's sexual life is, and how can you accuse him of that? You, a man supposedly of God.
Well, there's lots of evil in the world, and the fact that he was coming off saying he loves the New Age, usually that's a sign.
Of what?
Of evil and deviance. Corruption. And hate for the Lord.
Hate for the Lord. Hate for the Lord. Wildcard line, you're on the air with JC. Hello.
Hi, this is Cindy in Anchorage.
Hi, Cindy. Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's got something against Alaskans, Cindy.
Well, that's true, because you've been corrupted already by the Canadian forces coveting America. You were a part of Russia for once in the first place, and the fact that they probably have generational subversion going on is not
Where
all
are
that
you
far
getting
off.
all your information?
What's that?
Where are you getting your information?
I have my sources.
You have your sources.
Trust me, bro. Trust me.
The Lord.
Excuse me, the comment that I have for you is there are a lot of Christians out here that are sitting and listening to you, and you are making our job that God wants us to do a whole lot harder, because you're making Christians and you're lumping all Christians together as, and I know I'm speaking for a lot.
And you know what? They got a point. You know, I'm not a Christian myself. You know, I'm very open-minded to the idea of religion anyway. But when I was listening to this 2 hours worth of JC, yes, 2 hours worth this morning, people were calling in and says, look, you are giving Christianity a bad name. We're here to spread, good and love and forgiveness, the good side of Christianity. But when you got this preaching, this fear mongering, it's off-putting. It's like, oh, that's not the side of Christianity what Christians want to put forward, to bring in new members. It's very JC's very far left ideology, narrow-minded, very Karen attitude, very liberal type, I should say. Trying to choose my words there carefully. If you understand the point of view I'm trying to get across. So I thought the calling show was quite good, but some of it, I got a couple more things to put up.
A lot of Christians out there, they're making us all sound like fanatic freaks. That's why people don't listen to us.
If you have a strong point of view anymore, you're a fanatic freak.
Sorry for pausing all that. I hope you're doing well, man, and Happy New Year to you, and welcome on into the stream.
If you know clean cut what's right and what's wrong, they call you sick. That's what's wrong with today's world. Evil is accepted in our faith.
But when you approach it the way that you do, who is going to listen? There is no love in your heart when you're trying to get the message
No,
through.
there is love in my heart. I am
Okay,
trying
what
to
about your
impart the
actions?
message.
Your actions should speak louder than your words. People should see Jesus in your heart without you even having to say anything.
No one is listening anymore. Everyone has turned away. They've turned a deaf ear and a blind eye
Listen
to
to the way you're talking to people.
I'm trying to correct a mistake.
Well, I tell you, as far as Art's show goes, I don't agree with a lot of the things, the guests that come on and they say things. But if there are no other voices out there, how are people going to know?
What are you talking about? There's no other voices out there.
Listen, how are people going to know
There
what's
is
out
another.
No, his voice changed a little bit there, but anyway, I'll skip ahead just to the funny bit in a sec, 2 seconds.
Are you going to? You want people to be ignorant about what is out there?
No, you don't need to learn about these kinds of psychic phenomena.
If you are ignorant about the evil in the world, then you are in darkness.
There's a really great book that I know, and in fact, it's been in print for a real long time. It's called the Bible.
I know
got plenty of
I am a
information.
Christian. I am not a religious person. I have a
Thank you. You don't have any response to that, huh? That the Bible stuff stops you cold, huh?
I don't need sinners to quote the Bible to me.
Sinners. All right, west of the Rockies, you're on the air with JC.
Yeah, is this JC?
Turn your radio off, sir.
Okay, just a second.
Turn that radio off. We
No,
don't.
this is Charlie Liberal for the last hour. Who do you think it is?
Is this JC?
Your listeners are stupid on top of it.
I called you stupid, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a question. You seem like a well-read man in the Bible. I go to church quite often, but I find myself incredibly attracted to my preacher. So what should I do? That makes me homosexual, right?
Oh, no, JC, pause. Be silent for a moment so you might hear. This man goes to church a lot. He finds himself attracted to his preacher. Is that what you said, caller?
Yes.
Oh, you what? You're attracted to your preacher.
Yeah.
Of all the depravities, is your preacher a man or a woman?
He's a man, and I'm a man, and I have these horrible attractions and get sexually aroused. I'm not sure what I should do. What
should we do? Should we have a party for you? Your big coming out party on the Art Mail show. I love my preacher. I can't help but look at my preacher and lust for his body. Well, you're obviously a sick.
I think he does. I think you
understand, JC. You're getting in touch with your feminine side, aren't you?
He said you're getting in touch with your feminine side, JC.
No, I'm a man. God created me entire 100% man.
First-time callers, area 702-727-1222.
Oh, I think you said a bad word. I think it's the F-A-G-G-E-T word.
do
JC,
get yourself some help.
JC, don't get carried away. I can't let you use phrases like that either. First time caller line, you're on the air with JC.
Yes. Well, the man, wait a minute. Before
now, don't go backtracking, or I'll have to hit the thing again. That's all right. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Art. This is Bishop Adam. I am the bishop of a very large Christian congregation.
There you go. What
and I'm taking I am taking an immense amount of issue with this man who pretends to be a Christian.
All right, Bishop, why?
I would like to have, if with Art's permission, just a little debate with this.
All right, JC, you better listen. This guy's a bishop. Go ahead.
A bishop. But what you haven't told me what faith?
I am the bishop of a congregation of worldwide 100,000 people. And my name is Bishop Adam, and this is the Rainbow Church of Eden.
What the hell? Rainbow Church of Eden?
Yes, we are dedicated.
Are you based out of San Francisco? Are you a friend
No, I'm from back east.
Rainbow Church of Eden. Well,
yes.
Hallelujah. You know what? I think I'm just going to quit going to my Baptist church and just join up with the Rainbow Church of Eden because you're the bishop of 100 people.
Yes, please. We would enjoy you discussion.
Don't give me your...
We are dedicated to...
Okay. How's it going, Science Evidence Fringe? How's it going? Happy New Year to you, brother. Nice to see you.
The true Christian way is spoken in the
true Christian way?
The Essene Gospel of Peace, translated as one of the Dead Sea Scrolls, tells about what the real
Dead
Jesus
Sea
is like.
Scrolls are the worst hoax in the world.
The real
Those
Jesus
were
is not as
by the evil, mind you,
Please
who are
have
over in
respect.
the Mideast who are attempting to destroy Christianity.
Please have a respect for a bishop and let me speak.
Well,
and we are dedicated to the restoration of innocence.
All right, okay, right. Let's go from that. There's one more clip here I've got. But you can see JC is extremely stubborn, narcissistic, naive, unintelligent, unlikable, soulless, no personality. How a person can get to that point, it's astonishing. It really is. It's just no common sense. It's just fueled by I'm right, you're wrong, and I'm gonna tell you about it by screaming at you, and be a complete cunt about it at the same time. Oh man, I think Nathan, you said you get a lot of people like that. Is it Tennessee? You said there, but yeah, we don't really get it in England. But yeah, that's just beyond stupid. But anyway, we got one more clip here. I think it's a funny one. Let's have a look.
Good night.
That's JC. He's your on the air. Hello.
Hello? Is this our bill?
Oh, my.
I finally got through. You cannot hold back the righteous might of the new revelation, not after what you perpetrated, you filthy beast. How dare you rebuke the word of the Lord? How dare you glorify and revel in the devil the way you did? I am so disgusted by you and what you have done to the airways of America. The fact that you sit there and blatantly worship and love the devil, it's disgusting.
I don't worship the devil.
Yeah, well, at least she has the tenacity of honesty to come forward and show me her face as the enemy of the Lord. At least she can do that and not claim to be a remote viewer or a Native American.
Now, wait a minute now. She claimed to worship the devil, not me.
Well, that's because you are a coward. You will not admit the fact that you worship the Satan.
No, I don't.
And the fact that this whole stock market crash was orchestrated by the Canadian invasion, and the fact that we had that evil man from China in there. Don't you remember what happened at Tiananmen Square, where they rolled over all those poor troops in the middle of the Tiananmen Square and killed them and shot them down with tanks and guns? Do we really want that in America?
That was Tiananmen Square. Tiananmen Square.
It's all the same to me. Doesn't matter. They are adopting policy. Look at Waco. It's the same damn thing. And you and all the Satanists and the New Agers out there and all you blasphemers, yes, the righteous might of the new revelation will crush you down and it'll put you.
You know what? I'm actually glad. I'm glad to hear you're still alive. I was actually concerned for you.
I have been trying to get through, and you who have made attempts upon my life would not allow me to get through.
Now wait a minute. That's entirely new. What do you mean I made an attempt on your life?
My brakes on my truck were cut, and I checked them
And not too long before I went out, and when I took him to the mechanic, he said that they were not cut. He said that I was just simply out of flow, but I know what happened. They were cut, and he was working with them inside the conspiracy, and he reattached it before I could get the chance to prove that there was an attempt made on my life by the New World Order and the Satanists and the Canadian invasion. The fact that and speaking of the Canadians, the fact that there is no Canadian aggression, you mocked me by saying that there is no Canadian aggression. Look what they did. They took our fishing boats hostage. It was a prelude to an invasion.
I did not cut your brake lines. I did not cut them.
Yes, you did. I know that it had to have something to do with the New Revelation and the New World bankers that are trying to stop the New Revelation and the Satanists, because you blatantly, you have the Satanists on there. You have them on there. You have the Native Americans, which is really, they are just Satanists. We should have finished.
Why do you call yourself JC?
It's time for a purge.
I want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know why you call yourself JC.
What's that?
Why do you call yourself JC?
No, you can't do that. You're not allowed to give your last name on the air. You know you're not allowed to give the last name on the air.
Well,
all right, let's modify that. Your name is Jonathan Christian, which is your middle name, right?
Correct.
All right, now we know why you call yourself JC, but don't you think that's a little presumptuous?
I can't even get a word in edgewise. I don't even know why I said
You can't get a word in edgewise.
It's time for a purge, Art. It's time for a purge.
A purge of what?
Purge of the Satanists and the devil worshippers and the people in the New World bankers. It's time for a purge. It's time to bring back the stake. Yes, I said it. It's time to burn these people. Burn them at the stake and get them out.
All right. It mentions the J's. I don't want to go there. It literally goes off on one. There was one point I had to stop, and I think it was at that point. But once again, we have the infamous JC, which I'm pretty sure I'll bring up some more videos on him. It is thoroughly entertaining, and some of them are just quite outlandish, but I saved the funny ones because you know he's going to get trolled. But apparently he was a regular caller. Well, it's bet he's nearly 6 hours worth of it, and I've only got through like 2 hours so far. But some of it is just funny, isn't it, guys? You just got to have a laugh. So I thought I'll do that. We'll do a catch up every Friday. We'll do a catch up on JC. Because look, I can't spend all day listening to him because it did my bloody nutting. But actually, what did I listen to today? There was this podcast that had Jodie Marsh. Remember the model with the big tits? And to be honest with you, she sounds like such a lovely person, really humble, really intelligent. Like she knew what she wanted. She's living a fulfilled life. And I was like, actually, no, fair play to her. Fair play to her. Yeah, Jodie Marsh. I'm not going to show you a picture of her, but yeah, go figure out. But no, it's actually, you see these interviews with these celebrities and you kind of get who they are, but more of a truer side. In fact, David the Cut big tits equals lovely person. No, honestly, she sound like I would love to go for like a drink with her. Like, she sounds like a laugh, basically. Which podcast was that on? It's worth a watch. It's worth a watch. But she has her own sanctuary, like animal sanctuary. Where is it to? Oh, it was called the Terry Stone Connection. Oh, that's the firework thing on her show, isn't it? Terry Stone Connect. I think it was about a month ago. Yeah, they had it's mostly focusing on like British celebrities. Like he did one on like Craig David. In fact, I feel sorry for Craig David in some sort of way. I know some comments he's made in the past, but his whole shtick with like Bo Selector and all that. Yeah, that one there, Jodie Marsh, keeping it real. Yeah, it was actually like really interesting, like to hear like a story. The one I watched before the show started was the Kerry Katona one. I know, guilty pleasure of mine. But yeah, good podcast. You know, give me a shout out, Terry Stone Connection, please. But no, it's worth a watch. Worth a watch. we know people with the stigma between. It's a bit like Jordan, Katie Price, but honestly, Jodie Marsh has a lot more intelligence. You know, she goes through a whole backstory and basically how she was brought up, and yeah, I think you get the true side of her. But she sounds like a laugh, like honestly a really nice person. But yeah, yes, mate. Do you know what's interesting? This is going to lead on to something I was actually going to do on the last show. It's all to do with nostalgia, because there is a trailer I haven't watched and I'm going to play it, and I think Disney are going to get me for it. But anyway, I can always edit it out, and it's the new Doomsday trailer, and apparently it's got Iron Man in it. But going back to what why Falls is saying, yeah, I was a big fan of Bo Selector back in the day, because I remember watching Bo Selector on my small little TV, like the 10-inch TV, where you used to put the tape inside. It was like the tape recorder was actually built in the TV, one of those ones. And I remember watching Bo Selector, and it was like pretty big at the time. This is like early 2000s. Now I watch Bo Selector, I don't even find it funny. It's actually quite cringe to a certain degree, but what Bo Selector did to Craig David was actually like kind of like fucking heartbreaking. It fucking ruined the guy, man. Where he like even left the country and lived in, he lived in America and sort of made a new name for himself. Even after all the stigma, he said like people couldn't get away from that catchphrase, you know, Craig David. Imagine having that going every single day, you know, walking down the street. And I kind of felt sorry for the guy, really. But yeah, you're right. Bo Selector absolutely ruined Craig David, and he wasn't that bad. Of like, you know, what's he had a couple of singles. What was it? Oh God, it was so long ago. This is like early 2000s. I can't remember, but he was big back in the day. I don't know if he's actually made his Samantha Fox. Yeah, she was another one. And I can't even pronounce that. Melendino. Fucking hell. Paul, I don't know why. I'm not going to say that right. No, mate, I haven't removed any jokes. Trust me, I have. If your message isn't showing up, it's all to do with YouTube. Trust me, I just have StreamYard here. So yeah, Price. Oh no, she's thick as pig shit, mate. No offense, but yeah, I've seen some awful things of her. But if anyone has messages removed, it's all to do with YouTube. Nothing to do with me. I would never remove your messages. Trust me. But put it back in again. I want to see these jokes. What was I talking about? Oh, thank you, Sophia. Melinda. Yes, got there in the end. I think it's that sugar rush I had. No, it's probably the joint I smoked beforehand. But yeah, Melinda. Yes, got it. Right there. Thank you. If you can split the word up for me, that'd be much grateful. Much grateful. So what am I talking about? I was talking about Bo Selector for some odd reason. Okay, fair enough. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, in terms of like nostalgia, this pops up on my feed. God, it's bloody loud. Right, let's turn this down. I just want to quickly watch that trailer. It's only like a couple of minutes. Right, this one thing I've noticed over the past 10 years, right? Okay, is I was a massive, I'm not joking, huge Star Wars fan, huge. I remember the day Disney bought Star Wars. I was on the way I was in Bath at the time. I remember where I was listening to the radio station. It was October 2012. Disney had purchased Lucasfilm, and I thought, Disney are going to make episode 7, 8, and 9. Okay. And I remember I think it was November of that time they announced they're going to make 7, 8, and 9. I was like, oh shit, I can't believe this. I can't believe they're actually going to continue on the actual sequels. I remember the hype. The hype was immense. I can't even the same with Marvel films. Me and the missus, we've pretty much seen nearly every single Marvel film. Some of it, obviously, in the cinema. I just remember that hype of it. It was. I've never experienced anything quite like it. So what happened, and I noticed quite clearly, Disney started to shove nostalgia in people's faces, like quite hard, especially fans like me. It's like member berries and all that. I remember being in the cinema 12:30 in the morning, watching Star Wars Episode 7, and honestly, I don't think I've experienced anything like it. Okay, it was the same for the Marvel movies as well. It was especially like Endgame and Infinity War. That was I've experienced that in 12 midnight showing basically, and that was absolutely incredible. I've never experienced anything quite like it. It's member berries basically. And then this starts popping up on I just had it. Oh, idiot. This. Listen to the music and listen to and watch what comes up on the screen, because this is what's playing very, very heavily on people's psyche at the moment. It's a very good tool to use. But this sums it up perfectly. So for me, I'm a 90s kid, obviously 2000s and all that. So if you're earlier than that, we might get nostalgic feelings, but listen. It's showing you items from back in the day you don't see anymore. Oh, yeah. Hits you hard, doesn't it? Hits you flipping hard, doesn't it? I mean, this gets popped up a lot, and you do have like 60s, 70s and all that, and it's showing you items, what you used to do when you were a kid back in the day. And it's the same with Stranger Things. It as very, very well done, especially on the first season of Stranger Things, the harken back to the 80s, which is nostalgia. That's the word for it. But it's just the music. Listen. Pokemon cards. Remember Pokemon cards? But kicks you right in the feels, man, isn't it? It's like, oh, I see. When I first watched these shorts, even I started to get emotional. I was like, oh shit, like you just don't realize at the time. But if you had a time machine, you spend that decade, knowing what was to come, what it is now. You treat it differently. But it hits hard. It hits hard, and it's that's one thing I've noticed Disney has done is nostalgia. I guess it's part of like a dopamine a chemical balance, because what nostalgia is actually is putting grok. What is nostalgia? Okay, it's got up new. Let's get a new one up. Because people, I was explaining it to people that had no idea what the concept was. What is... I'm going to spell this one. Is that it? Nostalgia. Okay. So according to grok, let's put in... let's get rid of that. Yes, thank you for the copyright banner, because you never know. I might have to take some stuff out at some point, but it don't really matter. Okie dokie. So what is saying here about nostalgia? Let's bring up a bit bigger, because it's got a whole concept to it. Okay, so nostalgia is a complex mixed emotion characteristic by sentimental longing of wistful affection for the past, often involving fond memories or personal experiences, places or time associated with happiness. It typically blends positive feelings like warmth, joy, and comfort with a touch of sadness and longing for what was irresistibly gone. Oh, God, Grok. I'm going to cry. Oh, the term nostalgia was coined in 1688 by Swiss physician Johannes Hofer, combining the Greek word nostos, meaning homecoming, and anglos, meaning pain. It was officially a medical diagnosis. How dare you call me? So I've got mental illness because of nostalgia. For several, I'm just joking, several homesickness experiences by Swiss mercenaries considered a potential, I'm doing the best I can, deliberating or even factual condition akin disease. Yeah, nostalgia, everyone. Hence why I use AI to do my reading for me, because I just read that really badly. But yeah, I think that sums it up perfectly. Basically, it's a long, what it's saying here, a sentimental longing or a wistful affection for the past, often involving fond memories of personal experiences, places, or times associated with happiness. And obviously, this blends positive feelings like warmth, joy, and comfort, with a touch of sadness and longing for the inevitably what's invariably gone. Never reading again. Bloody boomers. That's why I can't read, Rebecca. Oh, man. Right. What else I got? Hopefully no more reading. No more reading, hopefully. Right. Let's bring up notes. But I hope today's show was a bit entertaining. Something a little bit different. How long we got? Oh, over 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, I turn I turn 36. I just tried to bloody think then. 36 on December the 28th. So last week, I think. So yeah, I was born 89. So obviously I'm a 90s kid, isn't it? When look at it. Right. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just gonna have a quick look for something to talk about. Yeah, do you know what I know? Talking about putting people in categories. So the people that are in their 60s is boomers, and then there's like Gen Z, Gen Y, boomers, millennials. It's all done in a way to put people in categories. Do you know what I mean? I understand to define a generation, but when someone says, "Oh, you're a millennial," it means that you got a fucking like a man bun. You're a tech savvy sort of person. Oh, I'll tell you, Rebecca, I got photographs. Yeah, I got photographs of me back in the day. Now you brought it up. I was actually going to show you that. Hold on. Some of it's shocking. All right. So I did look like a pretty girl back in the day. It's only till now I realized that. Right. So here is me back in 2006. I was immensely stoned in that photograph. If you look really carefully, I've got a Motorhead t-shirt. Yeah, God, all the terms are coming out. Metrosexual. Oh my, yeah. That was in my in fact, is my best mate. Actually, he's seeing tomorrow, my best mate. Got to give him his birthday present. We're going out. And yeah, I think that was 2006, I think. And I was a metal led. But there are some photographs on here. I've got to be very careful what I show because some of it is absolutely like, I don't want to go there. So there is one with me without the wanker's beard, which was taken when this is actually my band photograph. There you go. Yeah, what was that? Don't laugh, Paul. Don't laugh. I can't help my looks. All right. So yeah, that was me 2012, I think. So yeah, but that is like an emo hairstyle. Right, what's next? Okay, so here is me, wanker's beard. It's a wanker's beard, mate. You see these people who was a wanker and it's got like beards like me, mate. Goatees, isn't it? Mate, I cannot grow a full beard. It's all gappy. It's like I'm still going through puberty. Right, here we go. This is me, fully long hair when I actually look like a girl. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I shall take that as a compliment. So yeah, this was 2009. And I think I got my hair, no, 2007, I think. And I got my hair cut 2010. I am talking about my life story here. I'm like a model. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. I'll take that as a compliment. Right, what's next? Skip that. Hey, my UFOs. All right, fine. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, there's another one. Okay, right. Last one. If you want to see a proper girly photograph, boom. So that was taken in a cemetery for like a band photo. Well, it was only me at the time, but God say, do you know what? I look like Neil from The Young Ones, sort of. But yeah, I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. You know, I look at these photographs and I think, hot chick. It's me. So if that turns you on, that's me, mate, right? So figure that one out. Oh, God, put me... No. Put it a bit bigger. I don't want to see my face. So yeah, there we go. That is... Not girly. Oh, it was close enough, mate. Wink, wink. Exactly, Rebecca. Exactly. So yeah, there we go. That is enough embarrassing photographs of me from back in the day. Compared to my hair now, it looks like flipping 90s. Yeah, goth. So that was... I actually used to listen to like Cradle of Filth. At that time, I had a CD player. I used to have in my pocket. And I remember it always used to skip every time I used to like walk, but then I had to get like the Sony, a specific one that had like an anti-vibrational thing, so I can actually walk and listen to the music. And I remember listening to Cradle of Filth. I remember this Slipknot album. What's the third album that Slipknot brought out? Slipknot. Oh fuck! It was Duality, wasn't it? No, that was the song on there. What was the part of the album? Yeah, it was Volume 3. That was it. It was Subliminal Verses. Yeah, that was it. I remember listening to that. I was listening. Yeah, 2004. Flipping now. Yeah. Yeah, that Cradle of Filth. Okay, you might laugh, but The Darkness. I do like my 80s, I have to admit. Oh, when was that? Oh, you need to re-upload it. Re-upload your live streams on that. But were you a goth? I wouldn't consider you as a goth, Sophia. Would you have like black hair and stuff like that? Because my missus, she's a full-on goth, like proper goth. I'm not anymore. I just wear black. Basically. Yes. That's one of them. Can't remember what they were called. But do you know what? Now, metal music, I haven't listened in a long time. I quite like to get back into music. I got that itch. But at the same time, I'm enjoying this. And I know doing my exercise, obviously do more videos for Alien Addict, I just don't think it's going to be feasible, really, because I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing, to be honest. So, yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see. But I was brought up with music. You know, I've always got rhythm. Always enjoyed rhythm. That's one thing that's always appealed to me, really. Right, I am rambling a lot. What else have I got on here I can talk about? Done that. I'll bring that up on Friday. We'll talk about I'd say when we talk about JC next week, we'll talk about the frantic caller. Right. Green Tea, if you're still in chat, I found a video of... So this is New Year's countdown. 8,000 drones, lasers, and light show. Come to think about it, I might get copyright. Right, let's just do it in sequence. Right, I'm going to mute it. Yeah, this is China. I'm trying to say it like Donald Trump. China. So this is 8,000 drones. I'm pretty sure we'll get more impressive after this. Sorry, because it's got music on it, guys. It's a bit... oh, that's pretty impressive. Huh. It's still quite striking, isn't it, for drones? So look, comes to the end. All right, wasn't that impressive? Yeah. Okay, well, that's what drones can do. Fantastic. All right. Okie dokie. What else we got? I can show you guys. Oh, I tell you what, let's bring up X. I think there's a few things on here I can talk about. Yeah. Okay. I was going to bring out I am going to bring out a video on my Cosmic Twilight channel in regards of the trails in the sky. I'm going to show the thumbnail. It might be a bit deceiving. And I think it's the wrong impression, really, when I look at it. But I don't really want to talk about on Alien Addict, but yeah, it's to do with the trails in the sky and stuff like that, which I'm just going to gloss over. But what I found quite interesting is the fact that Heidi Musan has the realistic...
Después de la proyección de la película documental, La Era de la Desclasificación, donde más de 34 funcionarios de alto nivel, casi todos ellos ligados.
But it's the Christmas tree.
Después de la proyección de la película documental, La Era de la Desclasificación, donde más de 34 funcionarios de alto nivel, casi todos ellos ligados a los sistemas de seguridad nacional, a las instituciones que cuidan a los Estados Unidos al más alto nivel, después de que todos ellos aseguraron que el fenómeno era real.
All right.
Y que estaba...
Let's wind it back.
Los del Congreso están desafiando los oscuros intereses que operan dentro del Pentágono, en particular los de ese gobierno en las sombras que, desde 1947, tras la caída del ovni de Roswell, habría decidido ocultar esta realidad a la humanidad. Legisladores que hoy exigen transparencia se enfrentan no solo a la burocracia, sino a estructuras profundamente arraigadas, protegidas por el secreto y por poderosos intereses militares e industriales. En este contexto, muchos consideran...
Okay, it's all in Spaniel. Yeah. It was just a Christmas tree in the beginning. That's what got me in his pink salmon suit.
Después de la proyección de la película documental, La Era de la Desclasificación, donde más de...
Oh, God bless you, Heine. Okay. Oh, this is quite interesting. This is a UAP reporting center, Vietnam 2020. I think I've seen this before. Oh, it's very loud. But yeah.
Vượt thế vai công xác định. Vượt thế vai công xác định.
I'm not too sure if that was actually debunked. Let's bring up the kites. That's what I was thinking. Oh, hold on. The captain's coming. 2 seconds. Yeah, not sure on that one, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Let's bring it a bit bigger. Because someone says they put it in grok. Says grok, what do you think about this? Not too sure, guys. Look, one more last time. I would argue that the street light, depending on how far away the object actually is, will see the reflection of the string. But bear in mind, kites, even a balloon, so to speak, will be flapping in the wind. I mean, it depended on the atmospheric conditions at the time. It's very stationary. But again, we're dealing with one of these video footage. Just playing this all in its entirety. It's only 14 seconds long, only 14 seconds. And there are a number of witnesses seeing this object right here. So there's something there. And then that's it. And this is the problem, guys, with UFO footage, is that the fact, hey, Bob Lazar, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well, and Happy New Year to you, and Happy Friday. Nice to see you. Yeah, this is the problem with these UFO sightings, guys. Is we do not see in the full aspects of the sighting. If it was me, and I came across a sighting like this, I would be out there filming as much as I can. I want to see that object leave. So every time I do, yes, all real. Yeah, it looked real, to be honest with you. Because obviously they're the witnesses there, you can see it. What was I going to say? Oh, I got another brain fart. What was I going to say? It's gone like that. Do you know what my nan says to me? She says, Nick, sometimes, you know, I think of something, I go upstairs and I'm there and I forget. I'm like, she's like, I've got something wrong with me. I'm like, Nan, I do that every single day and I've just proven it right now. So I'm so glad to ready to say something. Oh my God, what was I going to say? Hello, darling. Let's see. Okay, well, it says it's real. Okay. But, oh yeah, that was the point I was trying to get across. That if I saw something in the sky, like I do with my sky watching, I'm going to film it as much as I can, as close that I can in terms of what the camera will allow me to zoom in, and seeing it right until the end. This is it. I want to see what this object does. Does it shot up into the air vertically? Does it disappear, fade out? This is it. So 14 seconds of this video is not really do anything justice. But nevertheless, it's still an interesting sighting. Kind of ruling out kites. Yeah, I don't know what sort of kites. Darling, what do you think of kites on that one? Eh? You're freezing, mate. Yeah, don't know. Interesting sighting, though. Very interesting. Okie dokie. Right, let's move on. What else have we got here? I don't have a lot. Yeah, about AI. Look, AI is a useful tool, I have to admit. But this is Jeffrey Hilton, and he's the godfather of AI, delivers a stark global warning. Listen.
This year, the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognized the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence. This new form of AI excels at modeling human intuition rather than human reasoning. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. We have no idea whether we can stay in control. But we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. We need research on how to prevent be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from
I like that choice of words, to prevent these new beings like they're actually sentient beings. Look, listen, guys, when it comes for translating stuff from English to, from German to English, like especially with the books, I use AI. It saves me a lot of time as a tool to help me fast track to get content out for me to show you. For instance, the George Klein article that was all in German, I wouldn't be able to do that without AI. Literally put it in Grok and say, could you translate this for English? And actually did for me in less than 10 seconds. That would be impossible 10 years ago. We just didn't have the capability. But now we find in, like Jeffrey is saying here, in regards of companies using AI to make short-term profits and not having the security, the implementations to take place to say, okay, where's the stop button? Because once AI starts to think for itself, it's going to outdo humanity. New viruses, it's going to take over everything. And I'm finding now that a lot of these companies are scrapping the people's help and using AI because it's cheaper, because we can rely on artificial intelligence now to help us predict business. They can use it in any sort of aspect now. It's frightening. I've seen what it can do to thumbnails I create, and it's just like, shit. I'm seeing like videos and photographs that are just so outstanding, and you think, how can it be possible to get to this point now? And it's just going to get even better. It's scary. I'm very, very, very concerned on how far this can go. And it's incredible we're at the age that we are now. We're actually seeing it. I would consider it a Black Mirror episode. We're in it. We're literally in a Black Mirror episode, especially last year in 2025. But in terms of artificial intelligence, and I know there's a lot of a few videos, a few programs on Black Mirror about that. It is kind of scary how far it's going to go. And it's just, I mean, look at a typical example, the Will Smith eating spaghetti. I watched a video, all these photographs that came up on this page. I mean, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's clustered everything, and it's fooling me. It's fooling me. Look, it's good, yeah, Black Mirror, mate. I was introduced into that. I was a bit late into the game. And I was like, wow, fuck, this is on point, isn't it? It's like, Jesus Christ. There was one episode where it was everyone had obviously an app. Oh my god, I think it was all to do with scoring. So do you know what? It's just the whole concept of that episode, but it's scoring people. It's like a credit score, basically, pretty much what China has now. And it was a whole episode dedicated to that. Yes, scary times, man. But yeah, we're seeing the early stages of it. Very, very scary. Yeah, we're like living in a Black Mirror episode, mate. You know what I mean?
Lola. All right, folks, today I'm going to see if Lola, our baby otter, wants to eat fish for the very first time. She's been on milk for about 8 weeks now, so I think it's right that we add a little bit of fresh tilapia to her diet to make little otter nuggets. Look at you climbing now. What's up, girl? Hi. Come on, let's go see if you want to eat some fish. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
I have no idea whether she's going to eat this or not. I can get it. Oh. Good girl.
Okay, first things first. I want an otter. But one that small.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Right, first things first. You can't say that's not adorable.
You like that? Not all otters take it off rip. Dang, you want more? You want my fingers? Yes. That's a proud dad moment right there, folks. Look at that little face. You
Oh.
did it, Lola. Oh, I got her so hooked now. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh dear. Oh yeah, I think I talked about this last week. Yeah. All right. No more. No, I don't want to talk about chemtrails. Sort that. Yeah. Honestly, that was pretty cute. I saw that. Sort of cap off today's episode. I tell you what. Just to. I think this. I was thinking of a thumbnail to upload because what I'm going to do is upload on my Cosmic Twilight channel, which is my secondary channel that I use, which is my personal channel. I do the trail analysis videos, and I made a thumbnail, pretty stupid one, and I'm looking at it. I'm going, no, it's not right. But what? Just briefly, okay. Right, let's bring up that. Right, okay. So I got into chemtrails back in 2007. It's been nearly 20 years, okay? This was taken in 2011, okay? And over the years, I've been taking photographs, videos. There's a video footage of me back in 2009 when I was 19 years old, filming these trails out of a video. And well, I've always find watching the skies fascinating. I really do. And since moving into my new place, I had the chance to actually film the skies 24/7. This is what I like to do, is like film the skies. And the past couple of years has really tracked to see what these trails are doing. So with the Cosmic Twilight, what I do is the trails that I see in the sky, the persistent ones like this, I film the skies in 4K footage, the best I can, 24/7, day and night. And I've done that for a whole year, literally a whole year, 24/7. I track the trails. For instance, that in the morning, if I see a load of trails, I actually film it in the skies. All right. So I actually film the skies, do a whole video on it. So I obviously film the skies 24/7. I track the trails that are persistent in the sky. I also track the aircraft, and I see what these trails are doing. So with the videos I've been uploading, it's been cool. The video that I've been uploading to my YouTube channel. Hold on a minute. Oh, Eversaw, I'll see you soon, man. Yeah, take care. Nice to see you, and Happy New Year to you. And I hope to see you Tuesday, brother. And have a good weekend. So yeah, I've been tracking the trails to see whether or not they actually block out the sun. This whole year alone, and this is to do with the video I'll be bringing out, is a whole 2025 analysis of the trails in the sky. All right. did the trails this year in 2025 block out the sun? And the answer to that is no, it has not. Even days like this. My thoughts on this now has changed quite dramatically, because simply I started doing research in terms of like clouds, like how clouds are formed and everything like that. And I apply that to my videos that I've been uploading. And I always find out what makes trails, what the science is saying that makes these trails persist in the sky is to do with humidity. Well, to be honest with you, I've debunked that already, because they say, oh, for trails to persist in the sky, the percentage of humidity needs to be 60% or higher, or 90%. Well, I've got videos where the percentage of humidity was like 20, 30%, and it's still forming in the skies. But there's this one thing I'm just about to show you right now. All right. I don't want to dwell too much on it, because I want to leave it to the video I'll bring out. And that is, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Right. I have a love and hate relationship with chemtrails, all right? But the community has pushed me so far in a different direction. They've obviously been very crude, but I'll talk about that in videos. But basically, I bought a load of books right here, dating back to the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s on cloud formations, all right? And in these books, it shows you trails forming in the sky. So here's one in the 50s, the ring around the sun. I keep on hearing over and over again, the ring around the sun is to do with chemtrails. This is 1959 book. So again, this is, this halo is a natural cloud, but you see a load of trails forming. This is 1959, and I started going, oh, this is interesting. Well, we've seen trails being formed here. That looks like a penis. Okay. I find it like quite interesting. I find all these books that this is 1959, the trails we're seeing now, but I thought chemtrails started happening in the 1990s. And then I started to ask those questions. Like, this was always blamed on HAARP clouds, but this is a book from 1955. So this is obviously a natural cloud. But again, I'm told that doesn't exist anymore. It's all to do with HAARP. But again, you've seen trails being formed, and he's explaining these as condensation trails. That's 1969. I got in the book right here, 1969, and it's like the same thing that we're seeing now. And I'm going, okay, so is this supposed to do with condensation trails, or is this chemtrails? And I'm just left like, my head's it's going in such in different directions, and I can't make ass or ends on it, because the community is one way, but the books are saying a different thing. And I'm going, I just don't know anymore. I really don't know. But nevertheless, clouds do happen. It's nothing new. This is 1970s, by the way. You see what I mean? It's just like I'm finding all these trails, that's 1980s, all in these books. And it's saying here they're condensation trails. But the chemtrail community was saying, no, that's fake and gay. You need to watch the Dimon documentary. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't even believe that either. It's very convincing, you know what I mean? So I just don't know anymore. I really, really don't know. Like I said, I've made a beautiful video here. Hold on. Of my, I'll bring it up. I don't want to dwell too much. Okay. It's just, I don't know anymore. I really don't know. But here's my time-lapse videos of the beautiful sky. Yeah. But you can see this is my time-lapse camera that I film the skies 24/7. And yeah, I see how many trails are in the sky. So you can see it and see whether or not they spread out or not. I got a really good video of one spreading out, which is pretty good. But again, like I said, guys, I am not going to rule out science on this one. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Cat Stung, nice to see you. Welcome on in. So look, are chemtrails real? Yes, they are. Of course they're real. Are they blocking out the sun in my area? No, they haven't, because I've tracked the skies. I've done about 25 videos in 2025, even actually probably even more than that, 30 videos of the whole year. And I even tracked the satellite feed as well to see what the trails are doing through the satellite, and they're not really, not even blocking the sun, nowhere near. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm finding a lot of the communities, especially in the alternative community, alternative movement, truth movement, and I'm not bashing the guys, but there's one thing I would say: there is a lot of fear mongering. This is the other thing. It just ages you, man, and I'm finding it exhausting. Even my missus says to me, she says, "Do you find all this like conspiracy stuff like exhausting?" And I'm like, yeah, it is a little bit. Depends on the person. But yeah, it is a learning curve, man. I'm not rolling it out, but from what I've seen, and I've got documented proof, it's not blocking out the sun. If it's there for toxic poison, well, that's another aspect that I need to do. I know it comes at a cost, and I'm willing to put in the money for it to test whether or not what we're seeing in the sky here, the trails of spraying down toxic chemicals, is it to make us tired? Is there for 5G? Like, it's such a big conspiracy. And what I found amazing, guys, is that the fact being in this community, well, we know about chemtrails for the past since 2007, is like nearly 20 years. I learned a lot over the years, and you learn a lot about the community. And any videos that I do, I always add a sign inside. Like, I always track the humidity to see what it is like. But again, and also learning about clouds, like cirrus clouds right here. There's one thing I've noticed, right? If you see cirrus clouds, you see trails, because it's in the same altitude. And I started to learn that when I was looking at basically like how clouds are formed, and like there's different types of clouds by different types of atmospheres. But I find it interesting. But I just look, there it is. This is it. Perfect. Look at this. That's spot on. Is when you capture stuff like that. So that's just one trail. Look at that. Isn't it incredible? Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do. I'm a bit of a sad bastard, really. But again, are chemtrails real? Yes, they are. But it's just I find, oh, cheers, Rebecca, thanks. But I just find the community, it's just very heavy, and it's just like bombarding you with like fear, barium, strontium, aluminium. We're all being sprayed by bugs. I'm like, well, why are you out in it? You know, this is it. It's just like, you're supposed to be doing the opposite. You're supposed to be indoors if it's like really bad outside. Again, people can live what they want to live, man. And yeah, it is a learning curve. But I will bring up a video very, very soon on Cosmic Twilight, and I'll let everyone know. But I think we're coming up to nearly 3 hours, and I think I run out of content. Oh, actually, no, I have a couple of things on TikTok. Just briefly, these are UFO sightings that are pretty half decent. Okay. Oh, by the way, yeah, these bloody lights again, they keep showing up. Look. They're everywhere. They're all over. Obviously, these are projected lights, isn't it, when you look at it? Yeah, again, we've had it in our area as well. It's all over the UK. It's in America as well. There's some, I don't know if it's like a light show thing going on, but it seems to be like a new thing, isn't it? Yes, not even me as well, guys. That's including me. Even my German flying saucer. Oh my God, Nick. German flying saucer or chemtrail talk. Do your own research and make your own conclusion, man. But don't knock science, for Christ's sake. Everyone's anti-science at the moment. It's a wrong approach. But no, I like that quote. It's a Richard D. Hall. Oh my God, Richard D. Hall quote. Yes, but believe none of what you hear and only half what you see. In fact, wasn't that Bill Cooper? But yeah, these lights, once again, protected lights in the sky. Right, next up. Multiple orange lights in the sky. Check this out. Right, for context for people, this is a guy traveling down the motorway, and it looks like this object is actually moving. I'm going to be honest. I think, might be wrong, this might be Chinese lanterns. Yeah. I know, guys, when I... turn off music. I know, guys, sometimes when I see UFO sightings, the easiest explanation for it is that the fact that, it could be a balloon, it could be Chinese lanterns, etc., etc. But this is so clearly obvious a Chinese lantern. Look, you can see the amber right underneath. You can just see the tubular, like, lantern there. You can see it, look. And this was taken on January the 1st, so New Year's Day. Yeah. And he's traveling down the motorway. Look, see? There we go. So I thought at first these were objects moving, but it's obviously in one position, and it's the movement of the car that's given the perspective of these objects moving. See? It's an illusion. Yeah. No offense, but I think might be. No, guarantee. I think lanterns. Different heights. Yeah, good point on that one. But again, I think last week, Paul, I think I put in Grok that lanterns can travel quite high up, about 7 to 12 minutes. So one can outdo another one. Do you know what? I don't know if like Chinese lanterns got like different longevity, how long they can actually last for. Oh yeah, mate. I checked out Jill Dando's documentary. Someone interviewed her. Not her, obviously. She's been dead for about 20 bloody years. Oh, where is it? It was a really good one. And I knew that anyway years ago that Jill Dando was looking to do a documentary on sex trafficking ring in BBC and stuff like that. Yeah. Do you know what? It's funny how other YouTubers can say it, that word, and when I say it, I get restricted. Oh, Mrs. trying to sleep. Oh, sorry. 2 seconds, hold on. 2 seconds, guys. I must shut the door. I must keep my noise down. But anyway, yeah. I heard about, basically with Jill Dando, she was working on a documentary that to expose the sex trafficking ring for children. Yeah, it's pretty bad, man, isn't it? When we look at it. But why would they shoot Jill Dando? This is it. She was such a lovely person, like a proper British woman. I know she had a was it Crime Stoppers, wasn't it? That TV program back in the day, yeah, Crime Stoppers, I think. Yeah, they hide a lot, yeah, more than we know. Right, what's next? Have we got one more video? Shall I play that one? Yeah, because I think it's the same video. Well, not the same video. It was New Year's Day, and you had this. Oh, Crime Watch. Yeah, thank you, Paul. That was it. Oh, no, that's not it. Dumbass. Where is it? Oh, there it is, that one. Right, okay, check this out. I think maybe 3 flying, these things flying in the sky in Kissing Me. This was right after midnight on New Year's. For the first time I have seen weird things here. Right, so look.
Yeah, there's some orbits right here. There's 3 of them.
Weird.
Look, there's 3 of them. 1, 2.
It makes no sense.
Guys, what do you reckon? Chinese lanterns again?
What the fuck is that?
And there's 3 of them.
Weirder, huh?
Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Es que me estoy espetando las uvas. Estoy cubriendo todas las bases. Todas las bases estoy cubriendo.
Yeah, there's some orbits right here. That's weird. And there's three of them.
Weird.
Look, there's three of them. 1, 2.
It makes no sense.
Because it's New Year's, and I know they set off Chinese lanterns, I'm guessing it might be the case here, to be honest with you.
What the fuck is that? New Year! Happy New Year!
Yeah, they're not really going higher and higher. They're just going vertically, aren't they? Yeah, a possibility. A possibility. I have seen Chinese lanterns back in the past. I haven't seen them recently, but I don't live in a rural area. I live in the country, so it's yeah. I'm not sure. Possibility, but I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's finish the show there, guys. But yeah, going back to Moody's comment, yeah, because the sniffer dog came in, the world leading expert sniffing dog, actually sniffed out blood, wasn't it? I believe it was blood and all that. So we watched the other day. What is the name? Who's going to lead into that? What was I going to be talking about? I forgot what I was going to talk about then. I think it's a sign for me to actually end the show. I was going to talk about something a second. It's gone. It's finished. Right. Okay. Anyway, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna end the show there because I think I've run out of content, and I think my mind is saying I think I need some sleep. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being in chat. I hope today was a bit entertaining for you guys. A bit of JC, a bit of German flying saucers, and yeah. So Tuesday show, we're gonna move away from the magazines, which I'm going to be uploading as a video form, and concentrate on something else, something a bit different, maybe some like mysteries or something like that. Spring Hill Jack, I quite like to look into. So we're going to sort of blend mysteries in. I probably could look into like an article in my and the Unexplained magazines I have here. So yeah, yeah, guys. I just want to wish everyone obviously a happy new year for 2026. I will continue doing Alien Addict, obviously, as long as YouTube's nice to me. But the reason why I continue with doing it is because of you, the community. We've got a nice community here. But yeah, there are days where, especially in October, YouTube wasn't that kind. But nevertheless, I should do me. Do you know what I mean? Don't try not to look at other people's channels and see the views, subscribers. It's Alien Addict is his own entity, where I think we're quite unique because I don't really rely on websites and stuff like that. If I'm really desperate, I'd rather go back to old literature right here, old publications, and I think that's where Alien Addict is a channel that actually provides that to you. And I don't think a lot of UFO channels actually do that. We go through the old school style of research, and that's obviously books and magazines and publications. So that's my plan for Alien Addict. So yes, the plan for 2 uploads. You get 1 upload for sure, but maybe 2 videos plus the 2 live streams, which would be Tuesdays and Fridays. And if anything changes, I will let you know. So yeah, let's go through chat. Rory, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for being in chat. Science Evidence Fringe, much appreciated, man. Rebecca, nice to see you and welcome back. YY4s, nice to see you. Sophia, pleasure as always. And yeah, never compare yourself to like other people. And I think there's one thing I've learned last year. I learned a lot about me, what I don't like, what I like, people to avoid and stuff like that. a bit of an identity crisis, I would say. And that sort of went hand in hand with the channel. Like, what should I do? But now I know I can do something really special with Alien Addicts. It's just presenting it to you. So yeah, just be yourself. This is it. This is it. But Rebecca, Sophia, thank you so much. And I'll pop in the live stream at some point with you at repotting your plant. You've probably got more. You got tons of plants, darling. Absolutely loads of them. Let's go back down to chat. John, thank you, John. Nice to see you, brother. Good to speak to you at some point. And Nathan from the Quantum Show. Oh, mate, thank you so much as always. And Pop, nice to see you. And John Strokes. Anyone else I've missed here? I think that's everything. Right, okay. That's it. So, guys, I shall catch you Tuesday at 8 o'clock talking about something, probably Spring Roll Jack or some sort of mysteries. And if you'd like the show, please like and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Like I said, see you on Tuesday for another live show. If not, Friday at 9 o'clock. Have a good weekend and take care of yourself. See you soon. It's not... It's out. Oh, thank you so much, people. And yes, Nathan, send me a message on Alien Addicts Twitter page or the Cosmic Twilight. Sometimes I repost stuff on there. Either one, mate, I'll check it out, but much appreciated. And Sadie, it's nice to see you, Sadie. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. And everyone's Mr. Oh, Chilster. There you go, man. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you. And yeah, I think that's it. Is the intro being gay again? All right, never mind. We'll sort of laugh next time. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.